I'm just going to start with an interview and let this fly.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by Erie Otters forward Brett Brissett, getting a call up here this weekend for the Erie Otters. Some injury trouble for Erie. But Brett, tell me, when did you get the call, and when did you know that Dave Brown gave you a ring to say, we need you back up here with the Erie Otters?
Yeah, last night I was just came back from watching another hockey game in the league I'm playing in.
All right,
I got a text from Brownie about half.
All right, names here. Guzda, Robertson, Jibrikov, Seed, Gore, Parrott, Sedley, Szymanski, Struthers, Lesage, Phillip, Kerwin, Wilson, Makachek, McMaster, Lawrence, Pearson, Dudas. All right, we are set. 7:15, and we're ready to rock and roll.
A really good spot. They can get a lot more out of the TV channels that carry their games if they've got labor peace guaranteed. And the media rights deals actually don't expire for 2 more years. But the NFL is driven very powerfully right now by a sense that they're in a particularly strong position vis-a-vis those media rights deals, and it may not last. It's a seller's market, but they're worried about, this unpredictable future of TV. I mean, every day a few more people cut the cords, and that's changing the whole media business. And if they wait a year, maybe those companies won't have as much money to give them. Maybe the economy takes a downturn, the advertising market dries up. So they really think that their chance to get maximum value from the broadcasters is now, but they have a hard time doing deals with the broadcasters until they lock in a long-term labor deal. So the players sense that they've got some leverage right now because the owners want to do a deal now, and the players are pretty content to take 13 months if they have to.
Strike while the TV revenue iron is hot. I get that from an owner's perspective. But since they have made such an aggressive move to get it done at this point, if they don't, does the deal actually come back lesser for the players? Are we looking at that much more difficult a negotiation if we get past the point of no return as far as adding to the schedule, either adding playoff revenue, an extra game, like has been rumored, and or that 17th game? Do the owners kind of dig their heels in and go, all right, you're not doing it now. Not only aren't we going to make this offer again in the future, it's going to actually be a lesser offer, and then we start talking about things like strike.
Right. Well, that's certainly what owners want players to believe. Owners very much are trying to signal to players that things are going to get worse for them if they wait a year. We're guessing right now how much of that is a bluff versus how much of that is reality, but there is some basis to believe that is more than a bluff. That's what happened in 2011. The players turned down a deal that turned out to be better than the ones they ultimately took. And the closer you get to an actual work stoppage, you have to confront the basic historical fact here that the union doesn't seem to have a lot of leverage in a traditional strike work stoppage situation. And I think the owners sort of know that. So it's tempting to think they're bluffing because, why do a deal now? But, there's not an insignificant number of players who are worried about what happens if they don't take it now.
Ben Fisher, NFL reporter from Sports Business Journal, our guest here on CBS Sports Radio. All right, so where do we go from here? Meeting scheduled for Tuesday in Indianapolis. Can they jump right back into the mix and get this thing back on the tracks and headed in a potential agreement direction? Or is this now just still feeling each other out? They surely took a step backwards, but it can be made up in quick fashion if that's what both sides want to do. What is accomplished in the next meeting, do you project?
Well, pretty much all those hypotheticals you just sort of ran through as you're setting up the question. I think the answer to all those is yes. It's a really confusing situation because on Thursday, when the owners voted to sort of say, okay, we've been talking for 10 months, and this is where we are, and this is our best effort, take it or leave it. They said we wouldn't negotiate again, at least for the short term. The players on Friday said, well, we'd like to meet with you again. And the owner said, okay, but they haven't committed to actually negotiating again. So it's not clear that this meeting is anything more than a handshake and a cup of coffee, and then we're going to go our separate ways. So that would say that if it's not an actual negotiating session, then that would be very pessimistic. But at the same time, the union said that they were intending on going ahead and putting this deal to their rank and file on Friday. or by Friday of next week for a vote. And if that gets 50% plus one support, then the deal is done, regardless of what happens on Tuesday. So it's not entirely clear what the purpose of this meeting on Tuesday is, or how much, movement in the actual terms of the deal we can expect. So it's all a little bit of a mess to sort out right now.
All right, kind of spinning off this, but staying within the key aspect of what's going down, television money. There have been some rumors floating around that Tony Romo is not only going to become the highest paid color football analyst of all time, he's just going to bury everybody who's ever done this before, including John Madden and anybody else. That tells me that at least on the TV side, they believe the property is worth hundreds and billions of dollars if they're going to deign to pay a color analyst as much as being rumored out there right now. What happens with Romo's deal if they can't get a CBA done, which then the TV networks can't give them the money that they want? Is Tony Romo's employment being held up by this players-owners conversation?
I think, and to be clear, I'm stepping out on a limb here a little bit. The dividing line between what I know and what I'm sort of guessing is a little blurry here. But I think right now there is still enough optimism that there will not be any sort of work stoppage that, I don't think this plays a huge role in the Tony Romo question right now. I still think it is dramatic and as unusual as the current situation is, we're still a long way from missing any actual football time. So I've got to imagine Tony Romo, his agent, ESPN, CBS, are all basically considering that to be a separate subject from his paycheck and his contract right now.
All right, kind of away from the conversation we're having, but NFL related. Any of your sources telling you, anybody you talk to inside the NFL who's got a good grasp on things, is the NFL paying any attention to the XFL? No, the quality of football isn't what it is. It's not a competitor. They're not trying to cut into the NFL. They're just giving football fans a winter/spring alternative. But they do have some interesting rule changes and different ways to do things. Is the NFL paying attention, or would they specifically not even look at the XFL because they don't acknowledge their existence?
Well, I think it's mostly the latter. Certainly officially, the NFL's party line on the XFL is, who are they? What does it matter? We're the professional football league in this country. I think unofficially they are paying attention, but it's a binary question. Does this have a shot or not? I think they're probably, look, if it's 3 years from now and the XFL has demonstrated some clear capacity to continue on as a going concern, then the NFL will start asking questions like, can we maybe turn this into a minor league? I mean, everyone in player scouting would love a second place for pros to play because there's just not enough live snaps on film for people to be making good decisions. So the NFL would really like a secondary league out there. But I don't think they're inclined to put too much of their mental energy into the XFL until they can sort of get to that binary question of this. Is there any possibility this still exists in 10 years or not? Because until we can get to a yes on that, why waste the time?
No, I hope you know better than me, so I'm sure you're closer to understanding it or getting right than I am. But I do like a couple things the XFL has done. The kickoff, I think, is tremendous. The NFL hasn't been they've been trying to figure it out for 20 years and haven't come up with anything near as good as they have. I hope they don't cut up their nose to spite their face just because they don't want to acknowledge it. There are a couple of things I think they could learn from the XFL, but that's just me. Ben, great stuff. I appreciate you being just you. Thanks for hopping on with me. We'll talk to you again down the road.
Sounds good. Anytime.
My pleasure. Ben Fisher giving us some good insights, NFL reporter for Sports Business Journal. All right, the hour down, 3 left to play. Jody Mack hanging with you here on CBS Sports Radio. We'll get the phones reopened, 855-212-4227. Keep it here, CBS Sports Radio.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Do you have an older friend or relative whose behavior has changed dramatically? Do they seem confused, sad, or anxious? Are they not eating or avoiding friends? If you go to the ER at Mill Creek Community Hospital, you'll get a medical evaluation from a physician to determine what is causing the symptoms. Mill Creek Community Hospital also has separate behavioral health units for older adults, children and adolescents, and adults. To get help for better mental health, visit Mill Creek Community Hospital.
If you're a young person and you're scared that you just can't keep dealing with the drama and the judgment and the chaos at home or at school, if you're concerned about the choices that you're making, if you're worrying about the relationships in your life, maybe you're feeling down, you're feeling depressed, and you're feeling all alone, we want you to know that there's someone out there. There's free help for you that's confidential. You can call 456-SAFE anytime, day or night, and there's someone on the other end of the phone that will talk you through that. We can help you figure out what your options are. We can help you feel better, and most importantly, you won't be alone. If you're listening to this and you're concerned about a young person in your life, give us a call. Call us at 456-SAFE so that we can talk to you about your concerns about the young person in your life and make sure that you can get them the help that they need so that they can get back to the things that are important, doing well in school, being with their family, and looking forward to a better tomorrow. There's free help for you that's confidential. This is Dr. Mandy Fauble with Safe Harbor Behavioral Health of UPMC Hammett.
Did you know that anyone with a brain can have a seizure? Whether you're the parent of a child with epilepsy, an adult having seizures, or you work with someone who's impacted by epilepsy and seizures, then you know that life can be different for people who do. But it doesn't have to be that way. The Epilepsy Association of Western and Central Pennsylvania can help you learn how to manage your seizures, regain confidence, and begin enjoying your life again. We have free programs like our emergency medication program. If you can't afford your medications, we may be able to help. Project School Alert. Contact us and we can visit your child's school to teach your child's teachers and peers how to recognize and respond to seizures. And we have many other programs and services to help. 1 in every 26 Americans will develop epilepsy in their lifetime, and you are not going through this alone. You can find us and more information online by searching Epilepsy Association of Western and Central PA on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at EAWCP.
If you know the symptoms and get the facts, you'll know the signs of a heart attack. Women, listen to me, and when I'm done, if it sounds familiar, call 911.
Pain in your neck, chest,
arms or jaw,
shortness of breath.
Please tell us more. Cold sweats and nausea, tiredness.
It's time to take it
serious. Back pain, stomach pain, shortness of breath. Cold sweats, nausea, dizziness. If you know the symptoms and heed the signs, you'll be around for a long, long time. Women, listen to me, and when I'm done, if any sound familiar, call 911.
Learn a song that could save your life. Get a free download at womenshealth.gov/heart-attack.
Women, listen to me, and when I'm done, if any sound familiar, call 911. If any sound familiar, call 911.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
911.
When I think back on the movie, I think of it as being what is that word, Christian? Elegiac?
Do you enjoy advancing your vocabulary while keeping up with what's happening in our world? If so, we bequeath you the snarky stories and interviews from comedian and inactivist Dennis Miller on the Dennis Miller Option Podcast.
Listen and subscribe for free on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Westwood One Podcast Network. Everyone's listening.
WRIE Erie and W242CU Erie, a Cumulus media station. CBS Sports Radio, 96.3 and 1260. Sponsored by Bianchi Honda, where around here, we Honda.
Sports Flash.
I'm Greg Caserta, and the hardwoods cooled off before the last handful of games to wrap up a busy Saturday in college basketball. One game right now at the break. Inside of Rupp Arena, the tie score is 31 between 10th-ranked Kentucky and Florida. That's a big game in the SEC. Kentucky in conference 11-2. Florida not too shabby either at 9-4. Still 30 minutes out from number 4 San Diego State and UNLV. After that, you've got Virginia Tech heading to number 6 Duke, a 14 versus 24 matchup between Oregon and Arizona. The finale is number 2 Gonzaga heading to number 23 BYU. Kansas, the biggest winner today, could very well make the jump to number 1. They were ranked number 3 previously, but got by top-seeded Baylor 64-61. That was in Waco, ending the Bears' 23-game winning streak within the Big 12. UCLA put down 18th-ranked Colorado 70-63. Number 11 Louisville thumped UNC 72-55. And number 8 Florida State scored a 67-61 win at NC State. That puts the Seminoles and Cardinals on a collision course. They'll meet next on the schedule. In the SEC, number 13 Auburn remained dominant at home. Even down 17 in the second half, they still came back to beat Tennessee 73-66. Providence beat its third straight ranked opponent. Today it was number 19 Marquette 84-72. In overtime, TCU over number 17 West Virginia 67-60. Memphis over number 22 Houston 60-59. Number 12 Villanova over Xavier 64-55. And number 5 Dayton, the top dogs in the A-10, an 80-70 win against Duquesne. NBA, Kawhi Leonard poured in 31, but still not enough to stop the Clippers' recent slide. They lost at home to the Kings 112-103. Other NBA games getting going within the hour. You've got the Nets visiting the Hornets. And coming up at the bottom, the Hawks taking on the Mavericks. 2 big games, one in the East. That's at 8:30 Eastern between the Sixers and Bucks. Philly going for its 5th consecutive win. And then a 4 versus 5 matchup in the West. That's at 9 Eastern between the Jazz and the Rockets in Salt Lake City. Steph Curry's targeted March 1st as his return date. That would be next Sunday against the Wizards. And that appears to be the case. Cleared for contact. He scrimmaged today after missing most of the season with a broken hand that needed surgery. In the NFL, Steelers QB Ben Roethlisberger was seen throwing footballs today for the first time. He had season-ending elbow surgery back in September. Ian Rappaport tweeted that the Ravens gave defensive coordinator Don Wink Martindale a new 3-year contract that makes him the highest-paid defensive coordinator in the league. And in the NHL, Alex Ovechkin became the 8th player in league history with 700 goals, but it came in a losing effort as the Capitals lost to the Devils 3-2. I'm Greg Caserta.
Erie's home for sports. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
He's Jody Mack, and he's diplomatic.
If you agree with me, it doesn't mean we're right. If you disagree with me, it doesn't mean you're right and I'm wrong, because it is pretty subjective.
He's opinionated.
It was boring as all get out as they slowly matriculate the ball down the field and watch the clock go tick, 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 tick. No, that's not exciting.
He's humble.
I'm not trying to injure myself, patting myself on the back here.
And his job is simple.
I talk about sports.
This is the Jody Mack Show. Here's Jody Mack.
Saturday get together here on CBS Sports Radio. Jody Mack live in the Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loan Studios. Home is so much more than a house. It's the home of your dreams. And for 30 years, they've been making it better. That's Rocket Mortgage. Push button, get mortgage. Thank Ben Fisher for hopping on with us, giving us some insight to the ongoing conversations between the owners and the players on a potential new collective bargaining agreement. Ben told us there have been conversations being had. Not lock yourself in a boardroom and nobody leaves or showers or eats till we get this thing done, but just an ongoing open dialogue between the owners and the players for upwards of the last 10 months. And some pretty significant progress had been made. It got to the point where the owners wanted to put a formal proposal on the table and did. The players' executive committee was split on whether it was an acceptable proposition or not. Certain NFL players not on the executive committee came out steadfastly against it. Read into that J.J. Wright, who is one of the more respected, J.J. Watt, one of the more respected players in the National Football League, and he took a hard no line against it. What does this mean? They've been going around the track. They thought they were picking up speed and heading for a checkered flag, and there was a flag thrown on the play by some of the players who said, we're not even going to bring it to the mass group of players for a vote. It's unfortunate if you want to see player and owner acceptance on the same side, if you want to know your football is going to be uninterrupted for the next 11 years. Because, again, this is what's being reported. I haven't seen any of the major negotiators come out and say it is a definitive 10-year agreement that they're looking to put in place, but that's being reported by some pretty good guys who get good information and know exactly what is being discussed behind closed doors that they're not behind at the time. 10-year agreement's a long time. It'd be nice to know that your football watching and viewing pleasure is not going to be interrupted for the next 10 years. That's why if they're going to go with this long an agreement, there has to be some kind of advanced scheduling for the owners to wrap their heads around. They want to increase revenues. The players should want to increase revenues, but granted, the players are the ones who are putting themselves at risk. More games mean more potential injuries, means more money for both sides, and the owners don't have to go out on the field and risk life and limb, so I understand where the players are coming from. But as in every negotiation, there's a price. If the owners are willing to get to a price that lets the players, in their mind, justify putting their bodies at more risk with more games, then they will do so. Some players think that price is pretty high. Others think that the negotiating the owners has been in good faith, and what they're putting on the table is what they're willing to do, and probably no more than that. Hopefully it's something that can be compromised out. Because there's nothing worse for a football fan, nothing worse for a sports talk show host like myself than talking about a strike, than talking about a work stoppage. It's compelling when the you-know-what first hits the fan and people choose sides and spit venom at the other side, and that can be pretty compelling for a period of time, but at some point it just gets frustrating and annoying and bothersome and all those things, and you can't stand it. Then you start spitting venom at both sides, and then a sport can actually take a hit. Could this get so far as to a work stoppage, be it either a strike or a walkout? Maybe. I'm not sure. We are still more than a year away, so if it's going to happen, it's not going to happen right now. Worst case scenario right now is, they both go to neutral corners, and there's no agreement reached. The National Football League goes on for its 2020 season with this looming, but it doesn't wipe out the 2020 season. But feelings can be hurt, stances can be taken, and negotiation will get more difficult if they don't do it now. They got it close enough that people started reporting on it, people started getting optimistic about it. If it slides backwards, that's not good. It doesn't mean that it's absolutely predetermined that we're going all the way to the 11th hour and that a work stoppage is a possibility, but I'll just say it becomes less likely that they get a deal done in the upcoming months prior to the season starting. Because once they get past the scheduling and how they can put together an upcoming season, the NFL comes out with its schedule sometime in April. We all know who's playing who. We just don't know when and where. We know where, but we don't know when. We don't know what the schedule is going to exactly look like, how the games are going to line up, what are the home games, what are the road games. You know who your teams are. That's set in stone by where you finished last year. We know who, pick a team, any team. The Charlotte, let's go with the Dallas Cowboys. They're the most famous team. We know what 16 matchups they're going to have this upcoming year, but we don't know the dates. because we don't know the dates yet, a 17th game can be added. Now, to be scrambling to get that kind of schedule together, and that's why they were looking to get it done at this point, because guess what? We're now already more than halfway through February, and April is coming fast, and they would have to scramble to get the schedule done. If they don't get a game added this year, and the NFL owners miss out on this, and somehow, as our guest Ben Fisher pointed out, there's always the possibility of communications the way we know it, fielding of receiving of information, TV and the like, changes every single day. It's becoming more and more streaming dominated. What is that going to do to the NFL's television negotiations? They want to get their schedule and their house in order so they can negotiate new deals ASAP. It could go backwards, and then money does come off the table for both sides. So it is a compelling story, and I thought Ben Fisher brought some good information with him when he came. That's off the field. I mentioned we do have on-field stuff. I don't know if this is the baseball gods making a statement, but the opening spring training game for the Houston Astros was at home tonight, started about an hour and change ago, against the Washington Nationals, the team they lost the 7th game of the World Series to. They got 2 solid innings in before the skies just opened up and raining like you might see Noah's Ark coming through the parking lot any minute now. So the game has been delayed by rain. I don't believe it's been called yet, but delayed by rain down in Florida. Now, this happens in Florida. It rains in Florida a lot. But this was a downpour. I got it on the MLB network, and people were darting for cover. Skies just opened and plunged. So read into that what you want. They're supposed to be having action in Florida. No rain. I'm hoping we have a ton of action in the ring tonight. We've got a heavyweight championship fight, probably the biggest heavyweight championship fight in 20 years. I just throw that number out there arbitrarily. I'll get it from a boxing aficionado next who can give us exactly the last time we had a heavyweight fight as big as Wilder and Fury tonight. Tony Page, former president of the National Boxers Writing Association and a host on WFAN in New York, your overnight friend for damn close to 20 years, I think Tony was on, who just recently retired from the sports talk show 5-day-a-week grind, but he's still covering boxing, and he'll cover it with us next. Tony Page joins us here on CBS Sports Radio to talk Wilder Fury.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Today's horoscope brought to you by Geico.
Capricorns, today is a perfect day for romance and fun-filled activities with your partner. And by fun-filled activities, we mean shopping for car insurance. Luckily, you'll find that switching to Geico could save you hundreds of dollars a year. You'll keep this day of romance going at the hardware store by arguing for half an hour over the color of your backsplash. Love is indeed in the air, Capricorns.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes, you need a new start. Our New Start program will stop collection efforts, remove any liens the IRS has in place, and help you reduce your back taxes by as much as 80%. That's right, 80%. Call 1-800-312-9970. Let the professionals at Coast One Financial Group fight to get you the new start you deserve. If you owe at least $10,000 to the IRS and need a new start on your back taxes, call 1-800-312-9970.
It's time for Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260 is proud to be the new home of Erie Otters Hockey. Now let's go live and join the voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney.
A tough one in Kitchener last night, where just a 5-minute span sealed the Erie Otters' fate at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium. The Erie Otters, early on in this hockey game, controlling against the Kitchener Rangers, a team, really, their only struggles in the last couple of months, coming in their last 3 hockey games with 2 losses in their last 3. The Erie Otters looking to continue pouring it on for the Kitchener Rangers, and in the first period, playing a hard and fast game would open the scoring. At 7:37, Austin Swankler with a shot from the left wing circle. Traffic in front of the net prevented by Brendan Kishnick. This one slips past the glove hand of Jacob Ingham. 1-0 lead for the Erie Otters. Just a minute and 37 seconds later, the Kitchener Rangers answer the bell. Make it just 37 seconds later, as Jonathan Yancey takes the puck away from Curtis Henry, a bouncer at the blue line. Sees Yancey off to the races. Goalless in 4 straight games coming into last night's action. Goalless no more, as he ends Aiden Campbell's shutout streak at 8:24 of the first period. The Otters, though, unfazed, and 50 seconds later, a steal in the neutral zone, poked ahead by Daniel D'Amato, on for Brendan Sellen, who waits patiently for the third man in. Jamie Drysdale at the right wing side, as Brendan Hoffman with the great net drive. Traffic in front provided by number 91, and Drysdale wires this one home from the right wing circle. 2-1 Otters lead. But here's the spell, as the Otters did a great job on the penalty kill, killing a minute and 38 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Short-handed to begin the second period. At 2:23, the Kitchener Rangers tie this one up. The shot from the left side from Sarah Noel deflects through Aiden Campbell, and on the backside is Declan McDonald to stash home that rebound and tie up the hockey game at 2. Just a few minutes later, Francesco Pinelli, another funky bounce, goes the way of the Kitchener Rangers, as Pinelli dances around one Erie Otter at the right wing circle, and from below the goal line can pinball this one off the backside of goaltender Campbell for the go-ahead goal, 3-2. And rounding things out 53 seconds later, at 7:03, an experienced unit of Sarah Noel, Riley Damiani, and Jonathan Yancey steal the puck away from the Otters, and some great cycle work by the Kitchener Rangers against the Otters D. Matchup in favor on this one, with the young Cameron Morton battling against Yancey in the far corner. Yancey takes advantage, and his big 6'3", 212-pound frame to take the puck away eventually finds its way into the slot on the tape of Riley Damiani, who makes no mistake for his 25th of the year. In a span of 4 minutes and 44 seconds, the Kitchener Rangers turn a 2-1 deficit into a 4-2 lead. The Otters, though, back to the grindstone. And in the third period, chipping away, shorthanded, Chad Yetman found on a breakaway from Curtis Henry. He makes no mistake as he goes 5-hole finish. Erie within 1. That same penalty kill. Yetman still out there. Him and Jake Golden into the offensive zone on a 2-on-1. Golden the pass across, as Erie's Chad Yetman receives the pass and brings it onto the forehand. He's got goaltender Ingham dead to rights, but the puck flips up on him at the last second and sent wide. The Otters down 1, pulling the goaltender, doing whatever they can to tie this one up, but the Rangers and Jacob Ingham, who had to make 15 saves in the third period alone, as the Otters outshot the Rangers 33-25. It's on. Could not put one more past Jacob Ingham to tie this one up, and the Otters fall 4-3 against the Kitchener Rangers. Last night's action also saw the Sioux Greyhounds pick up a point in an overtime loss to the Ottawa 67s, and the Erie Otters now tonight exercising a game in hand on the Sioux Greyhounds, who are idle this evening. The Erie Otters looking to extend their lead on the final playoff spot, and at the same time, a chance to tie the Owen Sound Attack, who are the team above the Otters. 7th with 59 points. The Otters trying to catch them up. We'll see what we have intact tonight. I'm Aaron Cooney. It's the Otters and the Owen Sound Attack face-off coming up at 7:30, and we'll get you all set up for it with the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show that continues right after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant invites you to our weekly Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Choose from over 20 different items, including our custom-made crepes, omelets, our carving station, and much, much more. And for a quick, affordable lunch, it's Cloud9. For lunch ideas that are extraordinary. Cloud9 is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come relax with a fine wine, craft beer, or mixed drink, and find out more at cloud9erie.com. Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant, 10th and French, wine, food, friends.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital are collaborating for cancer breakthroughs. We're sharing insights to help improve treatment times and results for you and your loved ones. For certain types of cancer, radiation treatment times have been cut in half and achieved the same level of success, exposing patients to less radiation and giving them a chance at a quicker recovery. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer, copier, and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the J.D. MacArthur Arena, part of the Harry Lumley Bayshore Community Center, with the Erie Otters set to face off with the Owen Sound Attack. 5th meeting of the year, the annual back-to-back games here Saturday and Sunday from Owen Sound. Hello everybody, I'm Aaron Cooney, getting set for this evening's action. Otters and Owen Sound Attack, as the Attack have won 3 of the 4 meetings previously, taking 2 of 3 from the Erie Otters at the Erie Insurance Arena. Now the Erie Otters, well, they're looking to spoil home ice advantage for the Attack with these 2 games here, and a chance, really, this is a 8-point swing in the Midwest Division standings. And the conference, Western Conference, if you will, with what's at stake here this weekend. The Otters trailing the Owen Sound Attack in the standings. Erie 8th, Owen Sound 7th, but just 2 points separate them coming into tonight's action. Erie the opportunity to tie and then leapfrog the Attack this weekend. But it's going to be a tough task, as the Otters have only won once in this building. It was an overtime victory last year. Over the course of the last 3 seasons, the Otters have struggled in the J.D. MacArthur Arena. So it'll be a tough test, as always, in this building. If you think of home ice advantage, you think of 3 rinks. The Peterborough Petes in their squared-off rink, the Sudbury Wolves in their bizarre rink, and this one here, maybe a little bit smaller, but boy, are the boards lively. It's like playing with springboards all the way around the ice surface. and the Attack know how to use them. They know how to use the neutral zone. It's a bit smaller of a neutral zone, and they transition very quick in this building. It's hard to get used to quickly, and the Otters will try to do that with the... Well, they're not shorthanded right now, the Otters. They had to make a call-up. We will talk about that as we take a look at tonight's matchup. Daniel Murphy will get the start for the Erie Otters. 13-14, 3-3. 2 shutouts, a 3.42 goals against average, and .890 save percentage for the 20-year-old from Guelph, Ontario. Scratches for the Erie Otters, all injuries. Brendan Kishnick out with an upper body injury. Hayden Fowler out with an upper body injury. This is the third game straight he missed. Matthew McDougall out as well, upper body. Marcus Gillard, he's been out since the start of the season with a hip injury. Kian Sopa out with the upper body injury. Did not travel with the Otters. Neither did Hayden Fowler or Matthew McDougall. Brendan Kishnick, returning to the Erie area after a hit to the head from behind by Greg Morellis of the Kitchener Rangers, who was not penalized on the play, but after further review by the Ontario Hockey League, will be suspended. He's indefinitely suspended right now. Brendan Kishnick ended up going to the hospital last night. It's okay. He's doing well. He's back recovering from an upper body injury, but the blind side hit that somehow went missed by 8 sets of eyes. And we can talk about, if you listen to the broadcast last night as well, I mentioned how I didn't think there was too many men on the ice. That is confirmed now as you go back and look at some of the video. The too many men on the ice call against the Erie Otters that, well, the Otters ended up scoring a shorthanded goal on. Shouldn't have happened. So there was only 5 on the ice. That one was bought for. So an odd mix last night in Kitchener, but you got to focus on this evening. And for the Erie Otters, for this evening to get to a full lineup, a call-up to number 89, Brett Brissett, Erie's 4th round pick in 2019, who scored his first OHL goal in this building. Back on November the 10th, Brett Brissett, the game-tying goal in the 3rd period to force overtime. Erie would eventually drop that game in a shootout, but Brett Brissett back up with the Erie Otters, got the call last night in the lineup tonight. He'll be on the 4th line along with Noah Sador and Christian Kairu. In 45 games with the Thorold Blackhawks, Brett Brissett, 13 goals, 47 points, over a point per game for the Otters' 4th round pick. Across the ice, Mac Guzza gets the start. 21-17, 4-2 this year. 2 shutouts, a 3.05 goals against average, a .903 save percentage for the 19-year-old from Knoxville, Tennessee. Scratches for the Attack. Number 18, Matthew Phillip. Number 20, Griffin Wilson. And number 25, Caleb Lawrence out for the Attack. They're playing 7 defensemen here this evening. Down a forward as everybody's getting a little, making it work with their lineups. And for the Erie Otters, mentioned the call-up to Brett Brissett. I got the talk with him before the hockey game today. We'll have that conversation next as we continue on the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Brett Brissett on the other side of this break. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard. Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC, affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by Erie Otters forward Brett Brissett, getting the call up here this weekend for the Erie Otters. Some injury trouble for Erie. But Brett, tell me, when did you get the call, and when did you know that the Dave Brown gave you a ring to say, we need you back up here with the Erie Otters?
Yeah, last night I was just came back from watching another hockey game in the league I'm playing in. I got a text from Brownie about halfway through the Erie game that they were going to need me, and yeah.
So how's the season been going so far with the Blackhawks?
It's pretty good. My team's doing pretty well. We're coming into playoffs pretty soon. We're middle of the pack team, and we should have a decent chance in the playoffs. So it's been good, though. It's been great, and getting lots of ice and developing.
And how about for you, getting lots of ice? Look at the points you've been able to put up this season as well. And you're, not to mention, you're coming off of a pretty major injury from last year. Do you feel like you're back at your game?
Yeah, I think this year playing Junior B has really helped me a lot. I think, like you said, with a little extra ice time there, I think I've been able to get back to the way I used to play, and it's been really great for me.
So you've had the call up before. You've played in this building before and scored your first OHL goal here in Owen Sound. What has the coaching staff told you? Looking at that game, you were sent back down, but now you're back up in this situation. What is it about this rink here, and what do the Otters have to do in such a smaller rink and lively boards, all the things like that makes this place difficult to play in?
Yeah, I think we just got to stick to the game plan, really work hard. Like you said, small rink, so pucks are going to be flying around and stuff. But, yeah, just stick to the game plan and hopefully get 2 points.
What do the coaches tell you when you get a call up like this? I know it's last minute. We heard, just hearing from you. You get a text last night. You're jumping in. You're just getting to the rink, and I'm sure greeted by the coaching staff. What do they say to you about what they want you to go out there and do?
I mean, just try and stick to the way I can play. Don't try and do something else. Just stick to the way I know I can play, even though it's on such short notice and it's a better league. Just try and do what I can do out there to make the team better.
When you step in the locker room and you're seeing some of these other guys that you saw at training camp, you see in the locker room before even the beginning of the season, do they just welcome you right back in? You are part of the team and everything like that, but is it nice to have a friendly group like this?
Yeah, they're really welcoming. Like you said, I'm not with them most of the year, but when I am here, they're really great guys and they treat me good.
Brett, thanks for your time. Have fun here tonight in Owen Sound.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Brett Brissett of the Erie Otters. Face-Off is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital connect care managers and personal doctors to simplify your care and give you peace of mind. We're teaming up to make sure members with complex health conditions like diabetes and heart disease have a dedicated care manager working with their doctors to make sure they get the right care in the right place at the right time. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent, together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
There's nothing like waking up to a warm, delicious breakfast deal.
Huh?
Get up, sleepyhead. Tim Hortons has breakfast double deals. Grab the new deal on egg and cheese wrap snackers, 2 for just $3.
Nice.
Or say hello to 2 sausage, egg, and cheese English muffins or bagel sandwiches for just $4.
Hello.
Really hungry? Well, now you can get 2 hearty bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for just $5.
I'm getting my keys.
Wake up to breakfast double deals. Now at Tim Hortons. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Single item at regular price on menu. No substitutions.
Hi, welcome to Great Clips. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. What was that?
Oh, sorry. That's a bit of a 4-letter word around here.
What, good?
Yeah, the one that starts with G, rhymes with wood. It interferes with our focus on being great, so we just bleep it.
Ah.
Yeah.
From saving your haircut details in clip notes to saving you time with online check-in, choosing Great Clips means never settling for good enough. Again, download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the J.D. MacArthur Arena, part of the Harry Lumley Bay Shore Community Center. Otters in attack, set to face off. Here coming up, Otters in attack. 5th and 6th meeting of the season. Final meeting coming up tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. But first, this one on its way, as we will have the anthems here shortly. And, well, I will step aside for just a moment. They'll hit the anthems. I'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Jackie. And thanks as a nice thank you to the Warrior Capitals Junior Commit, our Owen Sound Glass Services leader of the game, Alex Mullen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the J.D. MacArthur Arena, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents the Erie Otters visiting the Owen Sound Attack. Hello again, everybody. I'm Aaron Cooney, ready for this evening's action. I got the flag pulled up. We got this out. Press box is set. We're ready to drop the puck at center ice for the fifth meeting between these two Midwest Division rivals, and boy, what an important two games this is from Owen Sound. As the Otters chop this one on in to start the hockey game. Quickly countered back towards Erie ice. Grabbed there by Curtis Henry. As he works it up the near side wall, Max Golod takes over. On for Jake Golden on the right wing side. He goes D to D. Here's Henry. Ahead for Max Golod. Oh, this is a bit tighter of quarters in the Owen Sound Attack confines of the J.D. MacArthur Arena as Yetman sends one across into the offensive zone. It'll bounce to the near side corner. Lockhart chasing. Pearson takes it away. And on for Struthers. Back to Erie ice. Jams on the break. Matthew Struthers plays this one towards the front. This will skip off the stick of Henry. Up out of play. And a whistle. 49 seconds in to the start of this one. Dan Murphy to start for Erie. 13-14, 3-3. Two shutouts at 3.42 goals against average at .890 save percentage. Matt Guza, the net for Owen Sound, 21-17, 4-2. Two shutouts at 3.05 goals against average and a .903 save percentage for the 19-year-old from Knoxville, Tennessee. Here's a shot from the circles from Dudas. That's fought off by Erie's Daniel Murphy. And on ahead goal, the Otters through center ice. Hoffman stick handles this one, then poke checked off his stick by Brady Lyle, the near side corner. We'll hear from Brady Lyle later on the broadcast during an intermission. Lyle, the overage defenseman, holds now. As he looks towards his right, gives that way, crossed on for Jibrikoff and played ahead for Dudas, who can find McMaster on through center. Gets around Duff, look out, McMaster all alone, and he sends the shot wide. Drysdale after the puck, shovels it ahead, but not out. Jibrikoff. His shot off the leg of Hoffman and trickles back behind the Otters net. Drysdale there. Backhand pass goes on to the tape of Jack Duff, who reverses once more, and Sam Zedley will take over. Dudas wrapped up by his fellow Canadian World Junior Championship teammate, and the Otters can clear this puck ahead. After Dudas has look out. Oh, heavy check. Jack Duff just runs over Burrows, who's in trouble here, and they'll drop the gloves right in front of us here. Makachek goes with Duff from center ice. Duff throwing rights, holds on with the left, another right. That Makachek just holding on for dear life right now as Jack Duff puts it to the near side glass, and then down to the ice they go. But that collision up here, there's blood on the ice. The hit from Jack Duff on 16-year-old Ethan Burrows, who had his head down receiving that pass, and Jack Duff stepped up on him. It sounded like you had helmets collide. But the Otters will head to the power play for the instigator on Stepan Makachek, who quickly jumped in to protect his teammate on that fight. Burrows got right back up. He's into the locker room for repairs. So they got to clean up some of that ice in front of the penalty boxes, but the Otters talked about getting to their game quickly and setting the tone early. A hit like that can do so. And now to the power play in a building that you have not had great success in the last couple of years. Just one victory in overtime last year on a Sunday afternoon. Owen Sound 6-0-1 against the Erie Otters here at the J.D. MacArthur Arena the last 3 seasons. They would love to keep that going as this one sent down to Erie's Dan Murphy, reset. But if you're setting the tone, Erie did a great job of that last night. Aside from a 5-minute span that saw the Otters lose their lead against the Kitchener Rangers and turn to a deficit, it's the only really blemish for the Otters in that hockey game last night. Here's Drysdale through center. Right side, Chad Yetman puts it off the end boards. Skips on for Brendan Sellon on this power play unit as the Otters play to the point, out of the reach of Jake Golden. Here he goes, fish this out from neutral ice, and Golden cruises back in with it left wing side. Down to the goal line. In behind the net. looks at the point, has Drysdale. He'll carry all the way back up to the center point area and feed Golod left side. Golod carries down to the circle, drops it off at the point. Golden. Drysdale right side now. Traffic towards the front. It's Yetman who picks this one up in the corner. Back on for Drysdale. He's head down to the corner. And again, Yetman. Golod left side, top of the face-off circle. Yetman got some room here, turns it towards the front. Poke checked away. Erie gives it back to Golod. Now Drysdale right side circle. Center point, Golden. Erie has yet to put this one on net. Golod, he'll let it go. He scores! Max Golod from the left wing side slides it past Guzda. And the Otters open the scoring on the power play. 3 minutes and 10 seconds in. Max Golod, who just a weekend ago experienced consecutive scoreless hockey games for the first time this year. An assist last night, a goal here, and the Otters lead early, 1-0 on the power play.
Erie Otters power play goal is 22nd of the season, scored by number 7.
And that's setting the tone. Big hit. You force the penalty. Now the Otters got to keep this thing rolling here. Still early on in this tough building to play in. As Pearson takes this one away. Lost it to Drew Hunter at center red, and the Otters come in with numbers. Cohen, his dish, off escape. Grabbed by the attack, and here comes Sergei Popov. Popov right side into the Erie zone. Pearson, poke check by Cameron Morton. Angles it up ahead. They lost a official on the play who went sliding down the ice as the Otters chase to the end boards on this foot race. They'll beat out the icing call. They're with the puck is Nolan Seed. He'll dish tape to Pearson, who charges into the Erie zone. Tied for the lead on this team in scoring with 24 goals. They'll find Dudas. Whips one around the net. All the way to the near side. Pearson looks to hold in. The former U18 draft pick of the Flint Firebirds. Lyle now from the point. Sends one on goal. That stick to side by Erie's Murphy. Drysdale wields behind the net. There's Dudas on top of them, the captain for the Owen Sound attack. A little bit of time for Swankler out of his own end as he dances away from some traffic, finds Drysdale, and now it's Curtis Henry on the right side. Still in Erie territory. Finally directed into the Owen Sound attack zone by Brendan Zellen. Hoffman ties up Brady Lyle. Erie digs this one out. Just past the stick of Hoffman. Struthers finds a far side. Quickly turning him around is Daniel D'Amato, and then Zellen and Hoffman. They'll escape out of the zone with Brady Lyle. Cross ice feed to the Erie bench for Dudas to loft into the near corner. D'Amato from Morton. Then ahead for Zellen. The Otters quickly exit. Here's Jake Golding jumping up in the play. Back on for Zellen. He's stripped to the puck. Loose to the corner. Brady Lyle will take over now. He's wrapped up by Erie's Hoffman. D'Amato in there also. Second game in as many days for the Erie Otters. Idle were the attack last night. Lyle on the near side. Up ahead for McMaster. Shouldered by Zellen. It's loose near side. They'll dish it back behind their own net. Chibrikov onto it for Struthers. And he'll just chip it out to center ice. The Otters want to float it back in. They'll find Morton. And into the zone it goes again. Off the end boards. Hoffman picks it up right side. Wrist shot. Stick save made. Rebound. D'Amato after it. As it's chopped away by Chibrikov. Here's Dudas now. Changes on for Erie. Kyrou steps on. Down left side. It's Struthers. Throws it towards the net. Steered aside by goaltender Murphy. The Otters can pick this one up. Noah Sador charges out to center ice. He finds Kyrou. Lifted on into the zone and ducks the check as it floats to the near side. On the corner boards now. Brett Brissett, the call up this afternoon for the Erie Otters. Scored his first goal in this building back on November the 10th. Appeared in just 6 games for the Erie Otters, a goal and an assist in that time. 6 minutes off the clock, first period, as the attack hold back behind their own net. Now they'll march ahead. It's Mark Woolley to Parrott. Still at his own blue line. Dish out to center ice, taken away by Noah Sador. He'll come in 1-on-3 as the Otters begin changes. Sador can find Drew Hunter on the left wing side. Here come the reinforcements as they dump it back to the far corner. Lockhart follow-up play, muscled off the biscuit, and the attack take over. Denny Gore right wing side. Curls it into the Erie zone near side. Swung in front, looking for Lesage. The Otters lift the stick and take over control. As the Otters, Yetman, he coughs this one up right at the Erie line, and it's Gore. Dancing around Henry to the far side corner. Bumped by Henry, dislodged from the puck. Yetman will pick this one up as he finds Max Golan, who scored the game's only goal so far, 1-0 Erie. Just around 7 minutes off the clock. Golan, bouncing puck at the Erie zone. Cameron Morton finds Max Golan through center as he charges down left wing side. Here's Max Golan, on for Yetman, nice dish. Yetman, shot is blocked by a sliding Carter Robertson. Lockhart out of the corner. Erie still with it. Golan winds up. Slap shot. Bad stop made by Guzda. And the rebound gathered by Pearson. 12:45 to play, first period. 1-0 Otters lead on a power play goal. Here's Morton poking one loose from Pearson. And onto the far side corner. Elias Cohen shovels it along. Sproul bumped for Drysdale. Flicks it up ahead. Gets out the center, but Lyle floats it back off the glass and into Erie ice. Owen down, calls off the Dogs, making a change as Cameron Morton has some room to skate out of his own end. Gives to Drysdale, ramped in by Swankler, settled by Guzda, who taps it behind his own net. Fed around the horn, now out to center ice once more. Golden to grab the puck for Erie, and quickly ahead for Elias Cohen. Dudas will take that away and drift this back for Sedley, the defenseman. And at the attack bench, bouncing puck, Erie offside on this play. Trying to bring it in on the right side, Elias Cohen a little far ahead with Swankler with 11:58 to play in the first period. 1-0, Otters lead. It's Max Golan on the power play. And the Otters power play clicks early, 1-for-1. Face-off won by the Otters as they go D-to-D for Jake Golden. Shots 5-3 in favor of the attack. And Golden wheels out ahead to center ice. He'll rip it on into the end boards. And Jibrikoff looks for it, far side corner. The Otters doing a great job getting these pucks in deep and making quick decisions. Bumped out to the point. Golden left side, floats it towards the front. Cut off, never made it on net. And Dudas skates with it ahead through center. Dishes left side. Struthers back for Dudas. Stripped to the puck nicely by Golden. The Otters reset and pump this one ahead. Selin streaking down the right wing side. Comes across the line, but he's offside. Stood up by Jibrikoff on the play in front of the attack bench. 11:19 to go, first period. The Otters with the 1-0 lead. Goal comes at 3:10 on the power play from Jake Golden and Jamie Drysdale. As the Otters last night held to just 3 goals. That's for the Otters. Talked about this on broadcast before. When the Otters score 3 or less, 0-17, 1-5 in that situation. It's strange to me. But tight games and low-scoring games, the Otters just have not been able to find a winning formula. 1-0 now. Cameron Morton at his own circles. Out to center ice, just out of the reach of Kyrou. Got a tip on it as Brissett tries to chase this one down to the near side wall. And Nolan Seed moves around for his partner Robertson. Out ahead for Denny Gore. Lost his footing. The Otters snap it back into the zone. Just quick decision making again from the Erie Otters. Keeping the puck in front of them. The attack. Play this one along for Gore once more on the right side. Can't get through Cameron Morton, and that'll force the attack offside at the Erie line with 10.5 to go in the first. Otters scored the first goal last night, but could not come up with the victory. Their 28th first goal of the season. Erie 16-7, 2-3 in that situation. Snapped out towards the Erie line once more, slowed by Daniel Murphy. Drysdale will take over. Drysdale out ahead, who has set a new career high for points in a season and goals as he ices this one. Parrott will settle it down. His 8th goal of the year, a new career high from last night. 41 points. That beats his career high from his rookie season where he's picked up 40 points. That set a new rookie record by a 16-year-old defenseman for the Erie Otters. An assist here tonight gives him 34, and that surpasses last year's mark of 33. Lockhart for the Erie Otters. They're a first-round pick this past year. And now on for Max Golan, who stick handles into the zone. Jack Duff will follow up as he carries this one to the right wing circle. Flicks it towards the front, and it's poked wide to the near side corner. Cycled for Max Golan. Golan charges back behind the net. Drops it off to the near circle, just out of the reach of Yetman, and that sends Pearson off the other way with Papa. Pearson slows things down. His dish is off a stick, bounces to the far side at the circles, knocked out of midair nicely by Yetman, and Erie on the counterattack quickly gets Max Golan, holds right side, fires one, save made, rebound, chopped just wide by Yetman. And out to center ice. It's once more the attack. Kerwin into the zone, but offside as Pearson streaking ahead on the right wing, ahead of the play with 9:26 to play, first period. Otters lead 1-0 on a Max Golan goal.
It's time now for the Peninsula Ford Lincoln.
Otters fans would remind you that Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk is the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. That's Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk. Pick up a gallon today at your local grocer. This one started to mention how the Otters wanted to start the pace and make a statement early on. And they were challenged a bit today as the Otters are without Brendan Kishnick, who was injured last night. An elbow to the head from Greg Morellis. Really, it sent Brendan Kishnick to the hospital in Kitchener last night, not playing. He's not with the team now. We're not sure on how late he will be out. Greg Morellis has been suspended indefinitely, but the team was challenged to play a little bit like Kish. One little sandpaper to the game. Jack Duff steps up on first-year man Ethan Burrows with a heavy check with his head down at the Erie line. And the Otters getting a power play after that. Makachek, the instigating penalty, and allows the Otters to score on the man advantage and take this 1-0 lead. Looking to get it back, though, Aiden Dudas. Swings this one back behind his own net. Sam Sedley on the handle now. Sedley, 70th overall choice in 2019 by this Owen Sound attack group. Dudas gets around two Otters, feeds it out to center ice. Ducking a check with Struthers, but the Otters keep the puck in the neutral zone, and Jake Golden keeps this one on forward. Swankler into the zone. Wrist shot, kicked aside by goaltender Guzda. And back behind the net, Jibrikov can find that rebound. Nice dish ahead for Dudas. 2-on-3 towards the Erie zone. McMaster in at the right wing side. Forced back up high, looking for the late man Robertson. It'll trickle to the far side corner where Robertson picks this one up. Stripped to the puck, but got it back. Robertson, he'll hand off to the point. McMaster covering. Throws it on in front. Kicked aside. Robertson's going to find this one. Back in, right in front. Loose puck. Diving as the Otters. Murphy gets back in position as McMaster has to float this one on to the left wing circle. They never got that puck on net with pretty much an open goal. As Golden can find this puck, hoist it towards center, and the Otters may have a break as they look for Swankler. Whistle sounds, Erie offside. Sproul just couldn't get enough separation room to make that dish across, and Erie ends up offside, but they dodge a bullet there as Robertson fed it through Dan Murphy, and it was just trickling between the circles with an open goal. And the Otters make sure that one stays away from the crease. 1-0 Otters lead. The Max Golan goal holds with 3:10 into the period. D'Amato and company take the ice. Working in the near side corner. They'll be picked up by the attack as they escape their own end. Lesage plays it down to Erie ice. One hand on the stick for Drew Hunter to guide that puck away. And it's fouled by Denny Gore, who gives out to the left point. Seed tries one that bounces off a stick wide. On top of it, Szymanski looking to work it out towards the blue line once more. The Otters poke it away. Still loose sitting here in the Erie zone, and charging ahead goes D'Amato with the handle. Leaves it for Brendan Selin. Shovels it in down deep behind the net. Swung for Brendan Hoffman. Hoffman behind the attack net. Banks it out for Drew Hunter, who backhands this one back in deeper. And the Otters look to go to work once more. D'Amato, he's got a power move towards the front. Poke check. Penalty coming up to the attack. Morton has it at the point. Wrist shot. Through some traffic. Never made it on net. And this one's touched up by the attack, and a hooking call on a hard play by Daniel D'Amato. Just powers his way to the front from below the goal line, draws the call, and back to the power play goal. The Otters 1-for-1 tonight.
Freshie's got this new golden broth coming out, by the way, if you like soup. Oh, if you like wraps, I hope you're sitting in section H, row I. You got 3 tonight.
All sound attack penalty to number 6, Nolan Seed. 2 minutes for hooking.
Nolan Seed in the box. The Otters hold this one. Zellin, Yetman, and the puck worked towards the front as it rolls off the stick of a falling Brendan Zellin, smothered by Mac Guzda. The Otters power play coming into this one, 20th in the league at 16.5. Bottom of the OHL. It's not the worst. I decided to go and look this up just out of curiosity. The worst power play, at least in the internet era of the Ontario Hockey League, would be the 2003-2004 Sudbury Wolves, who went 31 of 353 on the season, 8.8%. So the Otters power play right now is still double what the worst one in the internet era of the OHL is, in terms of percentages. Here's Chad Yetman. On for Golod, sweeps it in front for Zellin, couldn't get it on goal. Drysdale takes over the handle at the corner. Jake Golden, center point, wrist shot, sticked in front, Zellin taps it in! Brendan Zellin on the rebound, makes it 2-0. The power play's 2 for 2. Simple, smart decision by Jake Golden as he held for the point, just held on the exaggerate just for 1 second for that shooting lane to open up. As he gets it towards the front, it bounces off a body. I believe that hit Erie's Chad Yetman in front and ends up right on the tape of Brendan Zellin, who has worked so hard these last couple games. Gets rewarded with a goal.
Erie Otters power play goal is 8th of the season, scored by number 44, Brendan Zellin. Assisted by number 5, Jacob Golden, and number 4, Jamie Drysdale. Time of the power play goal, 13 minutes, 37 seconds. For the Erie Otters, Brendan Zellin.
Zellin from Golden and Drysdale right now, but that one may change if that did hit Yetman in front. Either way, it's 2-0 Erie in the first period, 6:11 to go, and the power plays 2 for 2 in this one. Here's Brady Lyle out of his own end, ahead towards the Erie zone that goes off a stick, and an icing call results. 5:59 left in the first. Lots of game to go, but the Otters, you got to like their response here after last night's loss. A lot of shots are 7-7, doing well defensively against one of the top shooting teams in the OHL. They average 36.67 shots per game, second in the OHL. The Owen Sound attack. The top team is the Mississauga Steelheads, who the Erie Otters had held to nearly 10 shots below their average just this past Monday. Counter-attack on as we drop the puck and get back to action as it's knocked to the far side corner by Barrett Kerwin. Goals in 2 straight games for him for the former Guelph Storm. He's held on the far side corner. Knocked loose by Emmett Sproul, still in Erie ice. Pop-off stripped to the puck by Duff as the Otters try to work it up that far side wall. Duff instead reverses. Swankler after. The old 9-iron this one ahead. It goes off of Lyle and down to center ice it goes. Jibrikov, he'll take over. Finds Popov. Sergei Popov right at the attack logo at center ice. Now speeds into the zone right wing side. Trying to find his way on the other side of Cameron Morton, who went down on the play. And the puck loose behind the Erie net, found by Hoffman. Ahead for Daniel D'Amato. And Zellin joins him on this rush. They'll find Zellin left side. Hit hard by Lyle on the near boards. That'll dislodge the puck, and Pearson carries back towards Erie ice. Into the zone left wing side, drop pass. Struthers didn't know it was coming. And it settles at the Erie zone. Jake Golden will take over. He's had a great start to this hockey game. He'll find center ed and shoot this one in. Smart, simple plays. That's what Erie's trying to do here. And they've accomplished it well through the first period. There comes McMaster on back to Erie ice though. And a 3-on-2 rush. Now Aiden Dudas walks in, shot is blocked. McMaster will take over. At the far sidewall, comes up high and delivers down low for Struthers. D'Amato in the corner, battling here with Struthers. It's a battle fight towards the near side wall. Dudas back to Struthers, fires a shot, patted away, and set to the near side on the rebound by Murphy. Henry to the point, can't clear. It's Robertson holding in. Dudas at the circle now, makes his move, wrist shot, rebound in front after the save, but it ends up on the far wall. Held in by the attack. It's Struthers along the blue line. Just feeds Dudas in the corner. Sweeps it in front. Just missed the tape of McMaster. And the Otters can find this biscuit. Zellin will get to center red and loft it on in. Change on for Erie as they hustle. Dudas has the handle at center red. Dudas Drops this one off. Nearly taken away by Yetman, but Robertson can spike that one up to the air. Knocked down at center ice. Lockhart, he'll find Golod. Rolled off his stick as he went to toe drag to the middle. And pushed ahead by the attack. They look for Popoff out towards center ice. Sends it back instead for Sam Sedley. And on for the return pass to Popoff through center ice. Knifes around Yetman. Spins and drops this one off for Pearson. Pearson, 26 in red. On the far wall. Enjoyed playing the Otters this year. 3 goals and 5 points in the first 4 meetings. Still in the first period, 3:09 to go. Here's Kerwin, shoots, he scores! Barrett Kerwin with goals and 3 straight, his 25th of the season, gets one back for the attack. Just a little pass and a quicker shot from Barrett Kerwin for his 25th of the year. Stationed at the right circle, and it's 2-1. Golod trying to get it back. Battled with Woolley. Now it's Lockhart. Gives in front. It's Morton at the left side. Sends one off the end boards wide. Hunter will hold in. Golod once more. Twisting in the corner. Escapes from Woolley. Trying to wrap him up now. That long reach of Woolley at 6'3" can prod that one away. And now Parrott cruises through center ice. On the right wing side, Parrott leans in, pushes it ahead, and the Otters will intercept. Lockhart for Golod, left side. Twists away on this check. The Otters forced offside, so they'll back up instead with Lockhart ahead of the play. Szymanski hit by Morton, but Lesage will follow up as he works this one into the Erie zone. Man on the other side of the ice, it's Pearson, but it's taken away by Yetman. As he's at the end of his shift, he'll get the center end and snap it to the near side corner. Kyrou just out of his reach on the ricochet, and off goes Szymanski. Charging back, hit by Henry. Spun around, Sador finds the handle for Erie. Bump for Jake Golden. Sidesteps one man, using his skating to create a little space for himself. On for Sador on the near side. Can the Otters clear? Brissett will take one off his stick and then knock it out to center ice. Kyrou couldn't come up with it. Lesage takes over with 1:50 to play in the first period. 2-1 Otters lead. The attack just getting one back to cut the lead in half. Golden behind his own net from the corner now. He'll find Christian Kyrou playing forward today as Sador from center ice. Poked off his stick by Struthers, and Struthers has the handle to the Erie own. Golf drops this one off, looking for Dudas. Turned around on a diving play by Noah Sador. Lyle will hold in. Matchup here in favor of the attack with this group. On against the Otters' fourth line. Jibrikov floats one off a body, trickles in front. Murphy will pounce on it, knowing his group needs this. And the whistle. He'll hold on with 1:21 left. In the first period, 2-1 Erie Otters clinging to this lead here. Well, at that time, you had the top group out there for the attack against the Otters. Fourth line. Murphy recognized that as they win this face-off to Dudas. After that draw to the right side of Erie's veteran goaltender. Dish out to the point for Parrott, right between his legs. And a clear for Erie as Woolley holds from his own circles. Sets this one up for Parrott. Woolley on the left side with a little bit of room. Dished ahead as, run over. Jack Duff steps up on Struthers as Drysdale looks ahead. Launch it on for Brendan Selland. Selland hands off to Matto in the offensive zone. Bumped back down to the far side corner as Selland spikes this one loose to the near side corner against Dudas. In the final minute of play, first period, 2-1 Erie. And Jack Duff, he looks like a captain tonight here. Lots of physicality from the Otters' third-year man. Sent in front, will bounce off his stick as Daniel D'Amato stays hard on this puck, does not allow McMaster to escape, and the Otters right back into the zone on a beautiful play. Here's D'Amato loose in front, gets a shot away, and it was blocked. Counterattack on as Drysdale looks to hustle back. Good play by Duff to come across and just poke it right back into the attack zone with 20 seconds to go. Erie finishes the change, and the last rush probably belongs to the attack. They'll deflect it into the Erie zone. Popoff against Duff. Duff moves this along for Cameron Morton. 5 seconds left here. Sproul holds on, plays it right in front of his own net. Duff just chips it out to center ice. And that'll end the first period with the Otters taking a 2-1 lead.
The HockeyGame.com shots on goal in the first period.
Shots 11-7 in favor of the attack, but it's the Erie Otters power play. That's red hot. 2 for 2 on the man advantage, and the Otters take a 2-1 lead into the first intermission. Coming up on the other side of this break, we will chat with Erie Otters associate coach B.J. Adams and take a look around the Ontario Hockey League. This is a game in hand for the Erie Otters, using it on the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, who gained a point last night on the Otters, and they're just 3 behind for the final playoff spot. 2 games in hand for the Otters, 1 here today. You would love to use this to your advantage, and on top of that, draw into a tie with the Owen Sound attack if you take this one in regulation. B.J. Adams will join us next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital make it easier to get quality care by investing in new facilities close to home, like an enhanced emergency department, renovated operating suites, an all-new cancer center, and the Eastside Health and Wellness Pavilion opening in 2019. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tells you why they're better. Great proves it every day. At Great Clips, greatness isn't just in our name, it's in everything we do. From our highly skilled stylists to saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in. Getting your haircut at Great Clips means never having to settle for good enough again. And with over 4,000 salons across the U.S. and Canada, it's easy to find a Great Clips location near you. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by Erie Otters associate coach B.J. Adams. And B.J., last night, you know, when I replay that game, you know, just in my head and from calling it, this team played a great game outside of this 5-minute stretch where it just kind of got away. What was the coaching staff reaction to the hockey game? You know, I've got to sit in on some of the meetings here, the breakfast and lunch here pregame, but it seems like there's a lot of positives after taking on a really good Kitchener team last night.
Yeah, you know, for that 5-minute stretch, that's the difference in the game, really. We thought we played a really good hockey game. And, you know, being a little short-handed with our bodies and some of our guys that play certain roles, you know, I thought everybody stepped up and did what they needed to do.
And
this has been a theme for this group all season long. I think you're up to 162 man games lost due to injury. You're without regulars again here all this weekend with no Fowler, with no Sopa. What is the message of some of these guys coming in? There's going to be a little more ice time to use and to go around, but what do you tell these guys in the locker room with that situation like this?
Yeah, the message before the weekend even was, hey, it is what it is. We can't control if guys get hurt or not, and we need a little bit more from everybody, right? From our goalies to our defense to our forwards, we need a little bit more from everybody.
And this team, even with that, you mentioned defense, and I was just looking through some numbers here today too. This team is still really good defensively. I mean, was 7th in goals allowed per game. I mean, this team's right there. What do you attribute this kind of turnaround to? I know there's a handful of games left in the regular season, but going from the past two to where you're at right now, what are you seeing the biggest difference?
Well, a lot of it's experience. A lot of it's a little bit more buy-in by guys. I think it's a combination of everybody, and you've got all 6 guys in the ice playing well together defensively, and it starts with the goalies. They got to do a good job. They have, both of them for us. Our decoy's been pretty solid. We like what we have back there, a good mix of everything, and our forwards are doing a pretty good job on our own end as well.
I want to ask you about Jack Duff. I got to talk to Chris Hartsburg a little bit about Chad Yetman and some of the leadership on the forward side, but with Jack Duff now as a captain, and even back there, it's an older group that you have back there that you haven't had at your disposal here for the last couple of years. How are they helping to groom some of the younger guys like Cameron Morton, Christian Cairo, who's been injected in the lineup here the last couple of games with these circumstances, and having these guys teaching them the ropes and what it takes to be an OHLer and an Erie Otter?
Yeah, it's good having Jack Duff back there. He's very mature. He's very calm. He's still learning how to be a leader. I think all these guys are, and there's situations that pop up that they're not accustomed to dealing with. But he was around here a little bit when we won it. Just the tail end, being around the guys and just skating, and so he kind of has what it was like then. So he can kind of relay some of the stories probably and talk to some guys about what it was like being in the playoffs, even though he didn't play. But having him back there, I think adds a calming presence to our group of young guys, and I think they kind of respect him just by the type of game he plays, where he's physical and solid, and he's a good, defensive defenseman. And Curtis Henry's adds to that, Jamie Drysdale adds to that as well. Jacob Golden adds to it. Drew Hunter. So we have some older guys, and Drew Hunter playoff experience last year, and that helps out. So all those guys help those younger guys out and help each other out because they can talk about it.
The question that's gone around a few times that I've heard was the game against the Oshawa Generals the turning point for this group? But I think even before that, you look at going up to Kitchener a week, just over a week ago, and the game you put up there may have been that turning point. Are we seeing this group in the final handful of games left, the final 15 games where, okay, we know we're in one, we control our own destiny, and now it's time to really grasp this?
Yeah, it's up to us, really. And we've talked about it. They're aware about it. They talk about it themselves. And we're going to have some adversity. We're having some adversity this weekend here. We might have some more later on down the line. But we just got to keep doing what we do best, and that's the way we play. And when we play our way, I've talked to you many times about this, Aaron, we're a good hockey team. And just make sure that we can do that consistently.
One thing that the things hurts is this building. It's one win in the last 3 seasons. What is it that makes it so difficult? And against this team, that it's one of the few that actually have a distinct home ice advantage, it seems like.
Well, a little smaller rink, things happen a lot faster around here. Small neutral zone. So if pucks do get turned over, you got to be able to adjust real quickly to that. And these guys know how to play in this rink. They know the little intricacies of it. So give them credit for doing that. But we just got to be on our game here tonight mentally and making sure we know where our assignments are.
BJ, thanks for this, and good luck here against the Attack.
My pleasure.
That's BJ Adams, Associate Coach for the Erie Otters. More coming up. You're listening to the UPMC Intermission Report on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
With every vehicle sold and every service completed, experience innovation that excites only at Interstate Nissan. We offer award-winning customer service paired with exceptional offers on your favorite models. Lease a new 2019 Rogue Sport for only $199 a month for 36 months. We make it easy so you have time to enjoy the simple things in life only at Interstate Nissan. Shop interstatenissan.com or in-store just 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peachtree.
VIN number KW626844, lease selling price $23,701.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, there's one choice: UPMC Health Plan.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the J.D. MacArthur Arena, part of the Harry Lumley Bay Shore Community Center, where your Erie Otters have a 2-1 lead over the over the Owen Sound Attack. In game one of this back-to-back weekend series, we're in the first intermission, and the power play is red hot. 2 for 2 on the start tonight as the Erie Otters. Well, let's recap this one for you. I'm Aaron Cooney. We're inside the UPMC intermission report. Heard from BJ Adams there. But let me tell you, the Otters, and it's one thing that you get the opportunity to, for me, to be around the team. And sometimes the conversation and the meetings just happen right there at breakfast. And at the breakfast table, the Otters shown a lot of good things that happened last night. What needs to keep happening here tonight? And coaching staff challenged of let's get to our game early. Let's make a statement early. Let's set the tone early. And the Otters did exactly that just moments into this hockey game. In the first period, the attack trying to work their way into the Erie zone. Ethan Burrows, their second-round pick in 2019, he's receiving a pass coming to the Erie blue line, and then as soon as he looks up, Jack Duff is in his face, absolutely steamrolled in the neutral zone by Jack Duff. And down to the ice. I mean, it was a pretty vicious collision. It sounded like you had helmet to helmet, just the way Burrows turned into Jack Duff on the play. He went down to the ice hard, and there was blood on the ice. And quickly stepping in to protect his teammate was Stepan Makacek. If you remember, he took 5 in the game for hitting Daniel D'Amato in the head back in Erie a couple weeks ago and received a 4-game suspension on top of that. But Jack Duff making his presence known on that hit. Draws the instant getting called. The Otters are going to the power play, and at 3:10, Max Golod from the left wing side just takes the shot, just lets her go. This one sneaks past Matt Guzda, 22nd of the season for Max Golod, 1-0 lead for the Erie Otters. Power play on for Erie. They were making great, quick decision-making, which is what you have to do in this building. 13:37, the power play on once more. Jake Golden holds this puck at the point, hesitates for a second as the shooting lane just opens up enough. He lets it fly. It hits off something, but bounces right to the tape of the Otters. Brendan Sellen, who can rip in his 8th of the season on a wide open net on that rebound to draw the Otters a 2-goal lead, and the power play is 2 for 2. The attack get one back at 16:53 as Barrett Kerwin found at the top of the right wing circle by Caleb Pearson. Give Pearson his 6th point against the Otters this year on that primary assist. He's got 3 goals to go along with 3 assists, but it's a 2-1 lead. Kerwin nets his 25th of the year, and the Otters will take it. That's a great road period Erie had, and they lead 2-1 after 20. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter be staying with the best. 1-game final from earlier today. The Oshawa Generals defeat the Hamilton Bulldogs 5-2. That was on Sportsnet earlier. In action now, the Kitchener Rangers lead the Flint Firebirds 2-1. Flint looking for a 15th straight win. They had 16 wins altogether last year. This winning streak could tie and even surpass all of their victories from last year. In Barrie, the only other game on here on a Saturday night, it's a 2-2 hockey game. Barrie Colts and the Windsor Spitfires, which is weird. Just 4 games on a Saturday night, usually a prime night in junior hockey. 1 game's final, 3 going on right now. 2-1 Erie. Second period's coming up next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The secret to a great hockey team is simple. Chemistry. Same with you and your doctor. Enter Doctor Match from Highmark. It matches you with a doctor whose personality and care approach sync with what you're looking for. Bam! Instant chemistry. Find your match today. Visit drmatchquiz.com from Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Doctor Match is intended to help members choose an in-network healthcare provider.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
There's nothing like waking up to a warm, delicious breakfast deal.
Huh?
Get up, sleepyhead. Tim Hortons has breakfast double deals. Grab the new deal on egg and cheese wrap snackers, 2 for just $3.
Nice.
Or say hello to 2 sausage, egg, and cheese English muffins or bagel sandwiches for just $4.
Hello.
Really hungry? Well, now you can get 2 hearty bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for just $5.
I'm getting my keys.
Wake up to breakfast double deals. Now at Tim Hortons. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Single item at regular price on menu. No substitutions.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the J.D. MacArthur Arena, part of the Harry Lumley Bayshore Community Center. We're ready for the second period. 2-1 Erie after 1 period of play. Both of those goals coming on the power play. Just the 9th time all season Erie has scored multiple power play goals in a hockey game. They're 3-2-0-3. When that happens, as the Otters send one on in after the opening draw. Quickly escaping will be the attack. Out ahead to center ice they come. Bounced into the far side corner of the Erie zone. Otters chip it back behind their own net. Struthers places one in front, turning and firing a shot was Dudas, but it's off the stick of Lockhart wide. They go to the point now. Another one just through the crease and wide once more. And another shot here, turning is Struthers, denied by Murphy after the rebound off the end boards. The attack pressuring here to start the second. trailing by 1. Fed in front, chipped aside by the Otters' Henry. Lockhart can get this to center as the Otters work it between the legs of one of the attack in front of their bench. Backhanded in by Lockhart. Changes on for Erie. Out to center ice, puck will drift. Sliding for Drysdale to find at his own circles. Now Duff, headman play. Off the stick of Hoffman, gets behind the defenseman Woolley. He'll pick this one up out of the near side corner. Reverse for Pearson on the right side. And out towards center, he looks to skate. Going to be pestered a bit by D'Amato and forced to move this on for Popov. As Chibrikov on for Woolley, D to D. A minute and 15 seconds into the second period. The Otters nicely strip a man of the puck. But they couldn't headman that one on to Daniel D'Amato. Bouncing puck settled by Popov and worked to Erie ice. Popov up towards the blue line. Sets up Lyle. Slap shot. Save made. Murphy. And the rebound picked up by Erie. Hoffman to Brendan Stellan. Right side, Drysdale. Into the zone they come. Wrist shot is fought off by goaltender Guzda. And Erie just couldn't get to that rebound in time. They'll hold in from the point and chip it down low. D'Amato picks this one up. Feeds it towards the front. And it's going to be intercepted by Pearson. Moved ahead for Popov. And on towards Erie ice they come. Kerwin, the goal scorer. In a 2-1 game, the Otters, 2 power play goals in the first period to take a 2-0 lead. Kerwin, the goal for Owen Sound. Cut it in half. Popov from neutral ice after a clear by Erie. He'll drag in left side. Watched by Drysdale, who pushes him back out to neutral ice. And he'll have to reset as Hoffman lost a stick on the play, but chopped it out towards center. And now Robertson settles it down from his own end. It's thrown in towards the Erie goaltender. Gloved by Murphy. He'll set up Jack Duff as the change is on. For the attack, Cohen on through center ice. On for Swankler, bouncing in front of me here right at center red. Cohen chips it down to the near side boards. And it will trickle across the line where Robertson will take over. On for Makacek near side. The import selection, 26th overall out of the Czech Republic. On the counterattack, here come the attack to Erie ice. Szymanski holds down the Erie zone, tripped up a bit by Hunter. That'll draw a call. The next one you knew was coming against the Otters. And the whistle sounds as the Otters touch up. Makacek and Swankler, that's 21 on 21. Barking back and forth. But Erie will be shorthanded. Drew Hunter will go for tripping in the first power play of the game for the attack. Takes the ice. On to the draw. Erie wins the faceoff and will clear to start this one. Second ranked penalty kill in the league, 83.8%. Just a skosh behind the London Knights at number 1. Sixth ranked power play in the league at 22.3%. Here they come into the Erie zone. They work the right side. It's Kerwin. Coughs it up to Yetman, but gets it right back. Can shovel it on for Struthers at the right point. Struthers to Popov, left side. And Struthers once more, center point area. Right circle, it's Lyle, holds. Peels off now on the button hook, delivers to Struthers, and then left side, tape the tape Popov. Sergei Popov feeds towards the front, gloved by Murphy, who holds on for the whistle. Draw will be to his right. Erie has killed off 13 of 15 power plays that the Owen Sound attack have had in the first 4 games of this 6-game season series. The attack lead the season series 3-1 with these final 2 games in the Bayshore. Lyle after the face-off win. Dish to Struthers, carries left, shoots right, and they score. Kerwin on the rebound. Power play goal. Comes at 3:42. A simple play to work it in. Skate left, shoot right, creates a rebound with the traffic in front from Kerwin, and he buries the rebound. We're tied at 2 from the Bayshore.
Superior Propane attack goal. His second of the game and 26th of the season. Scored by number 19,
Kerwin now looking for the HT. Delivers out towards the Erie line. Fires one in front off the end boards. There's Kerwin, but Drysdale ties him up. Comes at 3:42 as Cairo for the Otters sends it in down deep where it's golfed at by Jamie Drysdale. Here's Brissett. Keeps it tied up down low. Shrugs it on for Noah Sador. Sador on the near side. Planted down to the ice by Nolan Seed. Gets right back up, goes after it. Brissett can give to Drysdale. Jamie Drysdale holds, fires, stick. A high sticking call whistled to the Otters. And I believe that'll be Cairo heading to the box. That'll be Cairo's first time on the stat sheet in his OHL career, but not the way you want to show up with his first minor penalty in a 2-2 game. Second power play chance of the night for the Attack.
Row A, Section S, free ice cream, courtesy of our friends at Foodland.
Erie Otters penalty to number 15, Christian Cairo. 2 minutes for high stick.
Erie can clear to center ice. Out to the faceoff win. They cough it up to Yetman. Looking for the shorty. He shoots and scores! Chad Yetman with short-handed goals in consecutive games, and the Otters retake the lead. It's 3-2. Yetman, his fourth shorthanded goal, unassisted, 35th of the year. And the Otters will clear back to center ice. And back behind their own net goes Matthew Struthers. Originally a pick of the Attack, traded a couple seasons ago to the North Bay Battalion, and back with the Attack. Here's Popoff cruising to Erie ice left side. Lyle at the point. Delivers for Popoff, left wing face-off circle. All the goal scoring for the Otters coming with special teams. Here's Lyle, wrist shot blocked by Henry, delivered to center ice. Henry shaken up on the play. Gets up to his knees and now onto one skate, and he'll stay in the play here as the Otters chip this one to center ice. Yetman after it here, tied up with Lyle. Lyle will grab the puck and work back in by Popoff. Left wing side, 50 seconds on the power play. Here's Golan. Couldn't pick this one up off the boards as Dudas whacked it back in deeper. Golan trying to clear. Struthers holds in once more. A shot deflected wide by Erie's Henry, and the Otters unable to clear as it's knocked out of midair by Popoff. Here's Lyle, right side, holds, drops down low. Kerwin, he's got both goals tonight, feeds it towards the front. It's off his stick to the line, held in by Struthers. Wheels back in, on for Dudas in the slot. Murphy the save. Rebound to the near wall. Popoff delivers to the point. Struthers, 20 seconds on the power play. Here's Lyle, right side, in front. The shot sails wide. Will stay in as the D-to-D pass out of the zone. That'll help the Otters a little bit here. 8 seconds left, and Henry can get off as he hobbles his way to the Erie bench. Here's Dudas, Spro on his back, nearly took it away. Duff will knock down a pair of Attack as the Otters see Cairo out of the box. They've killed it off and take a 1-goal lead. 3-2 score, the short-handed goal from Chad Yetman. Makacek turned around at the Erie line. Jack Duff again physical on the play, and Swankler picks this one up in flight. Finds Elias Cohen, busting down the right wing side, shoots it wide, and it's back towards neutral ice. Denny Gore taken away on the play by Jamie Drysdale, who spins in front of the Attack bench. Jack Duff on the follow-up play. Bounced just over the stick of Cohen. Gore now holds on. Makacek tied up by Jack Duff. Duff trying to turn this one out to center ice, does so. Swankler and then on ahead looking for Cohen. It's spiked right back to Erie ice. Szymanski, watched by Drysdale, takes it away. And the Otters ahead to center. Austin Swankler button hooks towards his own end. Flips it along near side, taps it out to center ice, and Szymanski takes it away. On the left wing side, feed it towards the front. Szymanski can't put it home. Murphy will find it and cover up. Face off to the left of Erie's Daniel Murphy. 3-2 Otters lead. Power play goal for the attack. Even things up, but then a short-handed goal shortly after that. But the Otters back up by 1. Here's Daniel D'Amato out from center. He'll rip it into the zone. Chip back in deeper by Morton. Follow-up play left behind the goal for Selleck. All on the end boards. Hoffman now on the cycle. Tied up by Nolan Seed. Can brush this along for D'Amato. Found into the corner by Aiden Dudas, and McMaster had his pass knocked out of midair by Sellen, and the Otters will reset from their own end. 8 minutes off the clock here in the second period. 3-2 Otters lead. Yetman, the go-ahead goal, shorthanded. Sent to Erie Ice. Drew Hunter on his horse. Leaves it in his own corner for Cameron Morton, who comes to help out. Selwyn gives out to the point. It'll trickle to center ice. And a reset here for the Owen Sound attack. As they go D to D. The Otters just 3 shots on goal here in this second frame. As they cruise back into the Erie zone. Struthers will find Seed. Rich shot. Glove save made. Popped out loose, and the Otters just rip it to center ice. This will roll on back. Change on for Erie. 11:25 left as it's tapped ahead by McMaster. Settled by Drysdale as the attacker changing. Headman play looking for Yetman. Got a piece of it. It'll roll in deep. Woolley. Tied up by Max Golot. Down onto his wall, and he's knocked down by Woolley. And it's skated ahead by Pearson. On through center ice. Hit by Duff. I haven't seen Jack Duff this physical in his entire OHL career. And it's worked ahead on the takeaway, and Yetman shouldered as the whistle sounds offside. And a warning here for Woolley as the official comes skating by and says to Mark Woolley one more time, you'll be going to the box. Whistle clearly sounded before a couple of hits on Chad Yetman. Neutral zone faceoff coming up. And to talk about Jack Duff, I absolutely mean that. I have not seen him this physical and assertive in a hockey game with the Erie Otters in these 3 seasons. The Otters captain leading by example here tonight, knowing what's on the line for the Otters. A chance to tie the attack in the standings and also exercise a game in hand for points on the Sioux Greyhounds for that final playoff spot. Yetman worked it on in left side. Lockhart looking for Drysdale at the point. Just out of his reach and out to center ice. The Otters forced once more, and they'll reset. Sent down the ice by the Otters. This will be an icing call. Couldn't get the stick of Yetman. And back to Erie Ice we go. Face off will come to the right of Daniel Murphy. And on the right wing side, from that face-off, Otters control. Duff just carries towards center ice. Flipped it ahead, but it's knocked back in by Lesage. Along the left wing wall, Szymanski almost tied this game up after the Otters gave it away in their own end. But he's taken to task here by Duff, and the Otters can clear. Puck spiked behind the net by Connor Lockhart. Defensive change for Erie. The rest of the forwards will make their way off here shortly. Lyle chased by Sador. As Lyle loses the handle, Sador has it, trying to turn to the forehand and shoot. Lyle will recover and block this puck out of play. 9:56 left here in the second period. We're at the midway point.
Like this guy, this Haefling guy. So, oddly enough, his role is selecting role for
Otters lead 3-2 from Owen Sound. Real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the Brewery Union Station, Erie's original brew pub and restaurant. Located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the brewery, proud sponsor of the Erie Otters.
Because we know that he really can't cook.
Thanks, Dave. And our thanks to Skip the Dishes. Fancy Attack warm-up jerseys will be auctioned off through a silent auction at the final 3 home games, March 14th, March 18th, and 21st. All proceeds from the auction will be donated to the Owen Sound Regional Hospital Foundation. The Attack warm-up jerseys and auction are proudly sponsored by Jason Lay and Joel Clay at the Cooperator.
side of Matt Guzdo we go. Otters win the face-off back, but it's just past the reach of Curtis Henry. And a 3-2 game, midway point of the hockey game as Kyrou drops it back in. And it has to be moved here by Guzda. Nearly taken away by Sador. He'll find it behind the net, looking for Brissett in front. Sent on further to the near corner after the block. Sador continues to work here. He'll find Brett Brissett. Plays it out to the point for Jake Golden. Golden, the left-hander, has it now. Has some room to skate. Shoots one. Blocker save made by Guzda in tight. Erie keep it in deep. Good work by the Otters' fourth line, keeping the attack in their own end. Brady Lyle holds behind his own net, and he'll march this one forward. Lyle, 33 in red. Through some traffic, feeds it across for Gore. Gore, look out, Makachek in front, drops it off for Lyle, and he scores! Oh, a nifty pass from Stepan Makachek as he picks up the puck on the dish from Denny Gore, drops it between his legs. And right onto the tape for Brady Lyle. And Lyle has his 5th goal against the Erie Otters in his career with the Owen Sound attack. 14 points in 14 games careered against the Erie Otters while with the Owen Sound attack. 5 goals, 9 assists. And he's on the board here to tie the game up. Into the Erie zone. They're energized now here in this building. At the short-handed goal, took the wind out of the sails for only a moment. Robertson's shot knocked down by the Otters. Swankler a head-man play. They got Sproul. Sproul has a man catch up to him. Now Sproul with the feet in front, just at the reach of Austin Swankler. And Dudas back ahead for Struthers. The Erie line turned around, and the Otters deflected into the zone. Erie keeps it in deep. Couple of changes as they fire it towards the front. Stick save made. Cohen looking to dish in front. It's intercepted. And out ahead they come. Bouncing puck, nicely stymied on the play. Drysdale denied the pass for Dudas, but he'll glove it down and then feed it on in. Here's Dudas trying to feed it out in front, up off the leg of Struthers, and carried just wide. McMaster angles it to the point. Chibrikov just on. His shot goes off a leg, knocked down by Dudas once more. Dudas on the left wing side. Controlling, dish for Struthers. Cycled again, Dudas behind the net, rolls off his stick. Jack Duff now for Drysdale. He's in the middle of the ice here, bounced around. Now Sproul can find it, put it off the linesman, and it's found by Struthers. Wants to bring it back in, knocked down by Swankler, and Sproul takes off. Into the zone, Sproul drags, fires, it's blocked. Sproul hammered on the end boards, run over by Andrew Parrott. He'll get back up, try to get back in the play as Pearson moves it ahead for Struthers. Drysdale on the intercept. Skipped ahead for Brendan Hoffman. Then Tomato, rolling puck. On for Selin, just on in front of his bench. Softly puts it in, but Erie's offside on the play. 7:14 to play here in the second. 3-3 game from Owen Sound. Draw will be right in front of the Erie bench after the offside whistle. Erie has answered before in this one. The shorthanded tally made it 3-2 from Chad Yetman. As the attack from behind their own net break out, and ahead comes Kerwin. He's got 2 tonight already for the attack. He holds in nicely with his skate and puts it in deep for Pearson. Pearson tried the reverse check on Golden, stays on his feet, but Pearson has the dish. As he works, he works it ahead where it's intercepted by the Otters. D'Amato couldn't complete the pass to Selin, and in comes Pearson once more, streaking left wing side, trying to bounce it to the front, poked away. Pad stop made by Murphy, and the net comes off its moorings as Pearson ran out of room on the defensive effort by Jake Golden. And the Otters, they're not allowed to change because of the play. They force Golden forces the attack player Pearson into the net, knocking it off. So The Otters will have to keep out the D'Amato, Stellan, Hoffman line. Golden and Henry, your defenders. Draw will be to the right of Dan Murphy here. 6:37 left in a tie game at 3. Erie has had 2 leads here tonight evaporate. Just out of the reach of Hoffman, but a ricochet just wide. Hoffman beats out the icing call and allows the Otters to make a change behind the play. He'll make his way off now, 91 and way. Trying to saucer this one all the way down the length of the ice, and an icing call whistle. Morton is back as Woolley was trying to find McMaster streaking through the neutral zone, skating downhill. But a heads-up play by Morton to turn around and make the beeline back. Wins that race, the face-off dot, and an icing call. The Otters to the left side of Matt Guzda. Getman wins this one back to Drew Hunter. Doesn't step into it, gives off the goal line. He will, and it's off a leg wide. Lockhart bounced off by Woolley. Woolley, he'll hand off to Andrew Parrott. He speeds off to center ice. Up off a stick. Oh, look out. That one trickles off a stick and into the Owen Sound bench, and I think that caught their trainer Andy Brown. He looks to be all right. He'll toss the puck up into the crowd. He's all right, too. The trainers are tough. Everybody's tough. Speaking of tough, Ethan Burrows is back onto the ice here for the attack. And onto the bench wearing the fishbowl. I don't know if it was dental work or what it may have to be happen that resulted in some of that blood after they hit just moments into this hockey game from Jack Duff that sent him out of the hockey game until here now. Erie defending, pop-off, a shot towards the net, and it's kicked aside by Daniel Murphy. Here's Chad Yetman. Pop-off on top of him. He'll take the puck away. Lockhart back after it as Pop-off twists away from a couple of checks. Robertson now in front, poked aside on that dish by Drysdale. Yetman ahead for Connor Lockhart as he can spike it up the near side wall. This will get to center ice. And Lyle, the man who just tied this game up, loses the handle though, and he gets able to recover as Golan almost had that one, and Kerwin's going to come in. Would be offside. He lets it go, allows Erie to reset. They'll play it off the stick of Golod. Or not. He did not get a piece of that one, and it resulted in an icing call. My apologies. A couple of frantic plays there. Connections on both sides. As Brittany Lyle turns the puck over. Gagel will recover before Golod can make anything happen. And then the other side, Kerwin just misconnected on the headman play for a breakaway. Trying for the home run pass. Drop the puck here, and the Otters just feed it out the center ice. Lockhart sandwiched by Makacek with the glass, but changes are on for Erie. Szymanski down deep, pestered here, tie up by Max Golod. Now can force the puck across, but they can't get it out of the zone. Lockhart will take this one away. Drew Hunter offside Erie on this play as the dish, that puck just kind of flipped up, came across the line as Drew Hunter went to put it back in. And with 4:53 left, here in the second period, even at 3. From Owen Sound. Jibrikov after the face-off win. Makacek wheels ahead, dishes, intercepted. Swankler into the zone. Wrist shot, he scores! Austin Swankler from the right wing circle has goals in 2 straight, and the Otters are back up by 1. It's 4-3. I was just talking to Swankler before the game. Just notice a different tape job that he has on there. Kind of has a couple of strands. He tried something new last night in Kitchener, scored a goal, decided to go with it again here tonight, and it works. Picks off a pass at the blue line and then rips this one blocker side on Guzda. Otters take a 1-goal lead.
Erie Otters goal. His 15th of the season, scored by number 21, Austin Swankler. Unassisted at 13 minutes, 17 seconds. Austin Swankler.
Icing call after the draw to the attack.
Top of the goal, 15 minutes, 17 seconds.
4.5 to go here in the second. The Otters keep answering. And the draw will be to the right of Matt Guzda. Swankler, Sador, Cohen, Horton, and Drew Hunter with 4.5 to go. And a little neck guard issue here for Burrows. They're going to make him go off the ice. He'll get his neck guard back on, but he has to be replaced, and Adam McMaster will step in for him. 2 points over his last 2 games. So he pokes this one along to the far board. Swankler's going to find it in the corner. Dish down low. Jibrikov pokes it along. Found by Sedley. Leaves it out to center ice. Good read there by Hunter, and Zador fires it back in down deep. On the near side wall. Hunter looking to keep in. It's taken away by Lesage. He'll charge down the left wing side. Lesage bumped by Morton and separated from the puck. Erie rips it around the wall. Swankler, he's going to pick another one off. Off to the races with Cohen. Swankler left wing side. Swankler holds, waits in front, can't get it through as he's denied by Chibrikov. On the pass. Headman play now, and here's Lesage back to Erie ice. Along the near side board, twists away from Jake Golden. Leaves it towards the corner. Hunter steals that one, and Golden leads the march ahead. 3-on-2, make it 4-on-2. Golden drops it off Hoffman. Hoffman shoots, redirect in front, they score! Austin Swankler on the backside. It's 5-3 Erie. What a dish from Brendan Hoffman. Down the right wing side, Jake Golden's going to pick up a 3rd assist here tonight. But Brendan Hoffman sells shot down the right wing side. The right-hander slides it to the backside for Austin Swankler. And the Otters are back up by a pair. 3:28 left. And that's just the Otters beating the attack in their own end. If you're careless, it's just short ice. You create so many short ice opportunities. Swankler buries that other one to give the Otters a lead. And then here, as a turnover results in an odd man rush, Erie again capitalizes. 5-3 Otters lead. Dudas down left side, Popoff looking to curl to the middle here. It's stick is lifted by Golden. And the puck will trickle to be smothered by Murphy with 3 minutes to go in the second period. Face-off coming up to Murphy's right. And Chad Yetman and company will take the ice. Draw one by Dudas. Drops it off. It was intercepted by Lockhart, but chopped into the corner by Robertson. Here's Golod. Stripped to the puck by Lyle. Pop-off follow-up on the right wing side. The Otters collide on him. Kind of bounce him to the ice. Golod has the handle as he wheels towards his own corners. Trying to get rid of this one here. It'll skip off the stick of Yetman and out to center ice. Robertson controls after the reset. Regathered, and they find Popoff right wing to the Erie zone. Swallowed up by Otters white shirts, but an open man in Struthers in the right corner now. Struthers looks at Popoff, walks him off. It's Lyle. He's going to walk right into the face-off circles, throws it to the front. Stop made. Murphy. Rebound Robertson. Can't get it on goal. It's off a leg and out to center ice. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remain. Otters lead 5-3 here from Owen Sound. Second period winding down as Struthers looks to carry ahead through center ice. Wheels around a pair of Erie Otters. Holtz in the right circle. Late man, it's Robertson in the slot. Murphy the save on the wrister from between the face-off circles. That's 16. Make it 17 shots on goal for the attack in this period. Just pouring it on. And Murphy has come up big when they need him. Face off to his right. The Otters' third-year man. The last overall pick in the 2016 OHL priority selection. Cohen, he'll loft it in the far side corner from center ice. Here's Swankler. 2-goal game tonight. Gives out the dump. Snaps it towards the net. That's smothered by Guzda with 1:35 left. He's had 2-goal games before, Austin Swankler. Did it against Guelph back on October the 12th. As it's sent out to center after a face-off win by the Owen Sound attack. Otters just volley it off the wall back to the attack zone. Here's Woolley from the left side. Fed out to center. Gore drops it on in to the far side corner boards where Drysdale, he's tied up by a pair on the wrap, and the Otters just fire it on ahead. Sidor reaching's Elias Cohen. That'll trickle on in. Haven't seen Evan Sproul since took that heavy check at the end boards earlier in this period. Trickled on in by Makacek. Murphy's not going to fool around with this one. He'll just smother it with 52 seconds left in the frame. To the right of Daniel Murphy. And the upcoming faceoff. Hoffman steps in for Erie. Pulls it back to the corner. Hammered around by Drew Hunter. Slowed by Erie's D'Amato on the far wall, but the attack will take over. Jibrikov jumping into the play. Has it from the circle. Delivers the pop-off with 40 seconds left. At the blue line, Rister blockered and rebound in front. Look out, Kerwin's there, but it's taken by Brendan Sell, and he can skate it out the center and just feed it in deep. As out goes Guzzo to move this one. Fouled by Pearson. Hammered off of his stick by the Otters. Brendan Hoffman. It stays inside attack ice. On the right wing side, D'Amato finds the puck. Sharp angle try, just missed wide. 16 seconds left. Morton just wants to hold in a pair of Otters behind the net. Third line going to work with 10 seconds left in the period. Knocked out of the ice goes D'Amato. Here's Selin now, looking to go to the point. 5 seconds ago, Hunter can't keep in. Left-hand shot on the right side. Got to turn around and just wind the clock from neutral ice. What a period we had here. Swankler with his fourth 2-goal game of the season puts the Otters up and adds the insurance marker. It's 5-3 Erie through 40 minutes of play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the UPMC intermission report after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
Hey, Steve. Welcome to Great Clips. Nice to see you again.
Great Clips asks, what's the difference between good and great?
Come on back and have a seat.
Good asks you what haircut you'd like.
So, I have all your details from the last time you were in. Would you like the same haircut today?
Great already knows. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you can get the same thing as last time, every time. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital connect care managers and personal doctors to simplify your care and give you peace of mind. We're teaming up to make sure members with complex health conditions like diabetes and heart disease have a dedicated care manager working with their doctors to make sure they get the right care in the right place at the right time. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent, together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, pickings as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of OHL News, presented by Bauer. Coming up on the show, we'll talk to an overage defenseman who knows after this season his career is at a bit of a crossroads, but thankful for the OHL's education program, knowing there are many options moving forward after this season. That in a moment, but first, this week's OHL On the Run Player of the Week is Cole Perfetti of the Saginaw Spirit. He had 10 points in 3 games last week on the back of 4 goals and 6 assists and was a +6. The 18-year-old who hails from Whitby was a first-round pick of the Spirit a couple years ago and expected to be a high first-round pick in the 2020 National Hockey League entry draft. He took part in the Kubota CHL NHL Top Prospects game last month and definitely puts on a show anytime he's on the ice. Perfetti's Saginaw Spirit get an honorable mention this week in the Kia CHL Top 10 rankings. The Ottawa 67s continue to lead the nation, with the OHL also represented by the London Knights at number 8, Flint Firebirds at 10, and another honorable mention for the Kitchener Rangers. Brady Lyle is in his 5th season in the Ontario Hockey League. The defenseman started his career with his hometown North Bay Battalion and now patrolling the blue line for the Owen Sound Attack. Now rounding out his 5th and final season in the OHL, he's enjoyed the time and at the same time hoping for a long playoff run with the Attack this year. Brady Lyle of the Owen Sound Attack, and Brady, times I'm assuming kind of feels like it's flying by right now with all your time in the league, being a veteran now, and continuing on. Here we are, late February of an overage season. Do you find yourself occasionally reminiscing when you get a little bit of downtime?
Yeah, I have a lot this year for sure, especially now with 14 games left in my regular season OHL career. It's you kind of don't want to take any day for granted. Everyone says that it's the funnest time of your life playing major juniors, and specifically in the OHL. And I'm starting to realize that it's coming to an end, and I'm really grateful for all the memories that I've made and all the time that I've spent in this league.
Of course, let's hope it goes deep into April and May with the Owen Sound Attack as well. But if you were to leave a note for 16-year-old Brady Lyle coming into the league with the North Bay Battalion, what would you have told him?
I'm not sure. That's pretty tough. I've learned a lot of things that would be very valuable to a lot of 16-year-olds coming into the league. I'd kind of, I don't know. I'd probably just warn how hard the league is, how hard you have to work in order to become a good player in the league.
Have you found you just had a chance to, you look at going from 16 to 20 years old in this league? Do you feel like you've kind of just grown up around the OHL over the last few years?
Yeah, I think it's definitely kind of shaped my personality and the way I look at life, and kind of my outlook on hockey and on certain people and stuff like that. So I've definitely done a lot of growing up in the league, and it's something that I'm going to be kind of proud and fond of for the rest of my life.
You're from North Bay, you played for the Battalion, then going to Owen Sound. Does it kind of feel like you've played in similar styles of communities in terms of the size and just the way it's a tight-knit community like that?
Yeah, they're both great junior hockey communities. Obviously the team in North Bay struggled a bit this year, but I'm sure in the coming years they'll turn that group around there and be a great hockey town for the future. And in Owen Sound, I mean, we've been lucky enough to have some pretty good teams, while I've been here and before that as well. So the fan base has been really strong. Everyone kind of knows who you are when you're walking around, and it's both are really similar. They're both great places to play, and I can't say enough good things about either city.
When it comes to the overage situation, players around the league, I know, go through a session to sort of talk about their options moving forward after this season. You've gone through it with the league office. What was that like?
It was cool. It kind of opened my eyes to a bunch of different opportunities and experiences people have had, and things that are open to, specifically overage players for next year and beyond next year as well. The OHL offers a lot of programs and a lot of help to their overage players in order to kind of set them up for success in the future, which is, obviously credit to the league. That's a big thing, because a lot of guys, being out of school for a while or whatever might not know exactly what to do, and they offer a tremendous amount of help for guys trying to set up the next step in their life, whether it be in hockey, in school, or whatever.
Obviously, any player in your situation is hoping to play a high-level pro hockey, but is it nice knowing that the school package and everything else is kind of taken care of? It's in place for you if you want to go down that road.
Yeah, especially, they talked a lot this year at the session about the 18-month rule where, you can go and try pro for a year, and then, if it's not for you, you can come back, whatever kind of thing. The school package is still there, so it definitely kind of puts your mind at ease, having the school package and knowing that it is there to help you, and it's not just kind of, I don't even know, like kind of a ploy to get guys to come to the league or whatever. They truly do want to help you and set you up for a successful future.
Let's talk about this Owen Sound Attack Hockey Club. It seems like here we are getting into late February, but is it already starting to feel like playoff games?
Yeah, every game's huge for us. It's really tight in our conference. There's a lot of teams with winning records, a lot of teams that are capable of winning every night. We got two big games coming up this weekend here against Erie. They'll be, those are 4 big points that can set up either team nicely for the rest of the season. We got to try and make the most of it this weekend here.
You guys in Erie have a unique situation where you play these double headers to sort of take a road trip away from each side, where you play 2 games in the same city on a weekend. Nobody else does that. It's kind of a unique situation. What's that like being in those battles?
It's really fun. I think it goes for both teams. Neither of them like each other that much. And especially playing 2 games back-to-back like that, the emotions get high, tempers are going around like crazy, and, both 2 intense teams, hard-working teams, pretty disciplined teams, so they're always good battles, especially this year they've been for sure.
You split your career between the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. Is there a style of play difference you found?
I think so. I think in the Western Conference it's a little bit faster. I think teams are a bit more structured. Not taking anything away from the Eastern Conference, but at times the Western Conference might seem a little bit deeper, and it's different for sure, but I'd say that the biggest thing is just the Western Conference maybe a little bit faster and more structured.
That was Brady Lyle of the Owen Sound Attack. Remember, for all the latest news and notes around the Ontario Hockey League, including a very interesting feature on Sudbury Wolves graduate Shandor Alfonso, who is now a linesman in the NHL, check out OntarioHockeyLeague.com for that and a whole lot more. That's going to do it for our show this week. You've been listening to OHL News, presented by Bauer. I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us.
You're listening to the UPMC Intermission Report on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital make it easier to get quality care by investing in new facilities close to home, like an enhanced emergency department, renovated operating suites, an all-new cancer center, and the Eastside Health and Wellness Pavilion opening in 2019. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant invites you to our weekly Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Choose from over 20 different items, including our custom-made crepes, omelets, our carving station, and much, much more. And for a quick, affordable lunch, it's Cloud9. For lunch ideas that are extraordinary. Cloud9 is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come relax with a fine wine, craft beer, or mixed drink, and find out more at cloud9erie.com. Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant, 10th and French, wine, food, friends.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media, but my son found Epic Web Studios and we began working with them, and they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
There's nothing like waking up to a warm, delicious breakfast deal.
Huh?
Get up, sleepyhead. Tim Hortons has breakfast double deals. Grab the new deal on egg and cheese wrap snackers, 2 for just $3.
Nice.
Or say hello to 2 sausage, egg, and cheese English muffins or bagel sandwiches for just $4.
Hello?
Really hungry? Well, now you can get 2 hearty bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for just $5.
I'm getting my keys.
Wake up to breakfast double deals. Now at Tim Hortons. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Single item at regular price on menu. No substitutions.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the J.D. MacArthur Arena, part of the Harry Lumley Bayshore Community Center, where the Erie Otters have regained their 2-goal lead, 5-3 over the Owen Sound attack through 2 periods of play. I'm Aaron Cooney. We're inside the intermission report. In that first frame, Otters opening the scoring a pair of power play goals. Just the 9th time this season they've netted a pair of power play goals. Max Golod at 3:10, setting the tone. Then at 13:37, Brendan Sellen finds a rebound in front, and the Otters are up 2-0. But late in the period, Barrett Kerwin will cut the lead in half, setting into the second period. As we start that one, first power play on for the Owen Sound attack, and they're going to go 1 for 1 as Barrett Kerwin has his second of the night at 3:42. The Otters, though, respond with a shorthanded goal just 58 seconds later. It's Chad Yetman. Shorthanded goals in consecutive games. 4th shorthanded goal of the season for Chad Yetman. Erie's back up by 1, but Brady Lyle will negate that. Love's played against the Erie Otters. He's got another goal against Erie in his career to tie this one at 3 on some nifty passing on a rush. But the Otters not phased. And Austin Swankler going to net a pair of goals. 1 minute and 6 seconds apart. A steal at the blue line as he buries this one past Guza. The Otters are up 4-3. And then some good work by the Otters on a rush as Swankler on the far side. He makes a beeline to the net. Hoffman finds him. 5-3. Otters with the lead. Real quick, the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Sheraton Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter be staying with the best. The winning streak comes to an end at 15. Kitchener Rangers down the Flint Firebirds 4-1. Third period's next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees. As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, there's one choice: UPMC Health Plan.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized Sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside J.D. MacArthur Arena, third period underway. Otters lead 5-3. 20 minutes separate them from tying the Owen Sound attack for the 7th seed in the Western Conference. Erie sends it down to the near side corner. Golod tied up by Brady Lyle. Forced this one loose. Golod charging to the far side corner. Brushed along. There's Yetman. He's going to hold in. Golod after it behind the net. Max Golod of the Erie Otters. A goal here tonight. He opened the scoring way back in the first period for a 1-0 Erie lead on a power play goal. Erie just holds in. And on the far side wall, Pop will take this and stepping in front of Chad Yetman. And back to Erie ice they come. The first rush here for the attack. Lyle turns, trying to curl this one across to get us though. Oh, thrown on goal by Pearson, and Murphy absolutely robs Caleb Pearson from the left wing circle. Oh, a twisting pass on from Brady Lyle to find Pearson open at the left wing face-off circle, and Dan Murphy moves left to right to deny Pearson of his 25th of the year. Huge save. We'll remember that one. That comes just a little over 50 seconds into this third frame. 5-3 Otters lead. Here's Brendan Hoffman knocking one loose on the near side. Struthers puts it back behind his own net. Woolley to track it down. And this one spiked forward, and here come the Owen Sound attack. Rambling on, throws center ice. Struthers cuts across the ice and lost a handle. Goes down on the play, and that'll leave the puck for the Otters to pick up. Softly set in by Daniel D'Amato. Selling hard after this one. Woolley has the handle, or it's left into the circle. McMaster, then Dudas. Right wing side, and room through center ice as he cuts across the face-off dot at the red stripe. Ducks around Drysdale to the far side corner. Spikes it around the wall. Robertson will hold in as he hands off to McMaster. Top of the right wing circle. Feed towards the front. Off his stick. Drysdale and Struthers after it. Penalty coming up to Jamie Drysdale. And the Otters coaching staff, do not like that one. Drysdale's going for a tripping.
We're looking for Jamie Askin tonight. What?
As the
Well, Jamie, I hear that you
officials usher Drysdale to the penalty box. Erie shorthanded for a third time tonight.
Yeah, you gotta stand up. So we can
Erie has 2 power play goals and a shorthanded goal. The attacker 1 for 2 on the power play. Control after the draw. Pop off. And it's off to Struthers, left point. Lyle, right point now. At the face-off circle, he's watched by Golan. Knocks this one loose and out to center ice. He's forced on the play. No reset. Lyle rips it on in and around the wall to the left wing side. Kerwin leaves it for Popoff. Kerwin behind the net. Pair of goals tonight. On the near side wall, Henry tied up. Golan down after it. Can he clear? A hit off of the pinching Lyle. Still loose here. And Chad Yetman softly sends it ahead, but Dudas nicely knocks it out of midair. Sends it across the zone. Golden has it now for Erie, and he'll charge into the offensive zone. Jake Golden just shuffles this one down deep. Erie making changes behind the play. 50 seconds off the kill. Drysdale in the box. Dudas can't get by Selin. Selin may have a chance here. Lyle on his horse. Selin moves in, shoots and scores! Brendan Selin, shorthanded. Pair of goals for Brendan Selin, and the Otters are up 6-3. Oh, Brendan Selin, maybe not the fleetest of foot, but he took off, able to protect this puck from Brady Lyle on the back check, and just turns it to the forehand and snaps it home. And Selin, a power play goal and a shorthanded goal. 6-3 Erie.
Erie Otters short-handed goal, his second of the game and ninth of the season, scored by number 44, Brendan Sullen. Unassisted, found the goal, 2 minutes 48 seconds.
The attack still on the power play here as they work towards the Erie zone. Murphy makes a save, and the Otters just brush the puck down the ice as it rolls to the near side corner. A second shorthanded goal tonight. And this is an attack team that came in tied for the least amount of shorthanded goals allowed this season with the Ottawa 67s at 4. 2 of them given up tonight. Gore on the right wing side at the half wall. Feeds it across. McMaster. Center point. Parrott doesn't shoot. On for McMaster off his skate left side. 10 seconds still left in the Drysdale minor. Along the far boards. McMaster still with it. Saucered out to the point. Gore. He'll set up a one-timer. Parrott. It's blocked by Yetman. And the crowd at the Erie bench fired up. They're loving it. They've been vocal all night here for the Otters. Gore. Into the zone he comes. Drifts across the line. Shovels it to the left wing side. Body's coming on. But it's found by Pearson. Gets loose into the slot. The Otters just chip it up ahead, but not out. Robertson holds in. Watched by Duff. Rich shot. Murphy the save. And he holds on with the left pass. 15:49 remaining in regulation time. Brendan Sellen, a power play goal in the first, a shorthanded goal in the third. It's 6-3 Erie with 15:49 to play. Erie sends it behind their own net after the face-off win. As Sador on towards center ice. Still no Emmett Sproul on out with this group. He's been replaced by Sador. We haven't seen him take a shift since that check he took behind the net back in the second period. Makachek trying to steer one towards the front. Shrugs a check coming from Sador, who gets back up, and the Otters do intercept that pass as Golden looks to work it ahead. Swankler going to drop it back for Curtis Henry. He looks to set the breakup pass out, holding behind his own net. Comes to the right of his goaltender, forgot the biscuit. Grabs it once more. He'll find his partner, Jake Golden. The Otters just want to get out of the zone now, and they'll flip it ahead. Settled now by Nolan C. to the attack. Chibrikov at the right circle. Lofted on towards the neutral zone. Sador takes over, and it's back in down deep. As Sador takes a bump from Makachek, pushing and shoving in front of the attack bench, and everybody's separated, and we continue playing. Popoff in some trouble here. Taken away by Yetman. Walks to the front. It rolls in! Penalty was on its way. Chad Yetman gets it to the front, and Yetman has his second of the night. 7-3 Erie. Oh, and that's going to be the end of the night for Matt Guzda. That one was a weird one, and it just comes off of hard work by the Otters in the zone to force a turnover, and the puck rolls towards the goaltender, and Yetman just stays with it. It'll be another unassisted goal. And the Otters ahead by 4. Swankler will pick up an assist. So it wasn't an assist, my apologies, but the Otters with the lead. They hang 7 on Matt Guzda to chase him. Boy, the Otters done a lot of great things here tonight. Drysdale from his own end, up off the stick of Lockhart. Does not clear the zone as Woolley holds in, snapping one towards the net. That's sticked aside by Daniel Murphy. Lockhart looking for center red. Shovels it on across Drysdale. He will get it towards goal line, and into the zone they come. Drysdale now sidesteps to check as he feeds one in front. It's intercepted. 2-on-2. The attack skate back to Erie ice. Drysdale getting back as Morton closed off by Lesage. Oh, look out. Getting open. 2 Otters blow a tire on in front. Murphy robs the attack. Sam Sedley in front. And a counter attack for Max Gola. He'll just bounce it ahead for Brett Brissett, who whacks it into the near side corner. It was essentially a 2-on-0 in the Erie zone. And Murphy denies Sedley. Here's Szymanski. Wheels on in. Backhander right through the goal mouth. Parrott will hold in from the left side. Floats one towards the net. Murphy to save. Rebound in front. Backhand try. Never made it on goal. Makacek. Here's Makacek back after it to the point. Lyle, right side. Sidestep Sproul. Charges down the right wing side to the corner. Lyle in behind the net. Tried to feed it out in front. Goes off his stick. Sproul's going to find it. Shovels it ahead. Picked up by Drew Hunter. And he can wheel out to center ice and onto the offensive zone. Looks for Kyrou in the right wing corner. Kyrou whacks it around the wall for Sproul. Sproul onto the point. Henry holds. Rips it off the end boards. Trying to ricochet in front. It's in just wide of Nick Chenard in front. Here's a backhand try. Chenard reaches back with a paddle and denies Brendan Hoffman wide open in front. Stays inside the zone. Erie in front for Hoffman. Onto the stick of Kyrou. Poke loose. Henry has it. At the point. Winds up. Slap shot. Steered aside by Chenard. On the near side boards. Up ahead. Burrows can clear. As he shouldered. Gives up the puck to Jake Golden. Erie charges right back in. Golden with Hoffman in front. Golden loses room here and onto the corner boards where he snatches it behind the net and heads back defensively. The attack back to Erie ice. Kerwin backhands it into the near corner, the Erie zone. Pearson now. D'Amato will take it away. Steps in front of Pearson. Golden still on, as well as Curtis Henry, this defensive pairing. They head behind their own net. Kerwin and Henry bump once more as they meet each other behind the goal. They'll give to the point for Seed. And then Kerwin. Cycled down behind the net. Popoff. Shoved by Henry. Put out to the blue line. Robertson holds in. Feeds it again back down deep. Otters, you can tell, these blue liners a bit gassed. Got to get this one out to center ice if you can and start to get a change on. But Pearson's going to keep this one alive. Left side. Pearson trying to walk on Henry. Comes to Popoff. His shot. Stopped by Murphy and deflects out of play. With 11:32 to go in regulation. Brendan Sellen, second of the night at 2:48. Chad Yetman at 5:14. And the Otters lead 7-3. One back on the try. Struthers fan on the shot. Swankler looking for the HT here as he wheels ahead. Ducks in front, makes his move, rips it high on the shot. Oh, nice move between two defenders on that rush to create the opportunity for himself. Swankler feeling it here tonight, a three-point night. 2 goals and an assist. Here's Sedley from his own end. Loses the handle, and Austin Swankler pokes it loose. Sidor into the zone. On for Swankler. Feeds across. Cohen, rich shot. Save made. Rebound in front. It comes back to Elias Cohen. He feeds Drysdale. Hammers one wide. May have hit a leg in front. Duff back to the goal. Trapped by Chenard. That was a gutsy play with that puck coming in. He just traps it with bodies in front for the Otters. But Austin Swankler almost collected his first OHL hat trick. The Otters hold for a 7-3 lead. Face-off coming up to the right side of Matt Guzda. As the Erie Otters, they've struggled on the road against Midwest Division teams. Talked about it last night. 1-6-1-1 on the road against the Midwest Division. Here's Goldlod. Oh, glove save by Chenard. After the face-off win right to the tape of Maxim Golan. Again, Yetman sets in on the face-off, wins it back to Cameron Morton. Shot on the way, stick to side, rebound in front, and it's gathered by Chenard on the save. Pushing and shoving after the whistle here. Makacek and Robertson come over to talk with Chad Yetman, who is in front on that redirect. 10:46 left in regulation time. Otters in the driver's seat and the pedals to the metal. 7-3 the lead. Golan off to the faceoff, kicked out by Chenard. They've tested him early as he's come in to replace starting goaltender Matt Guzda early on in this third period as the Otters send one to the near side corner on a keep-in. Here's Yetman, gets loose, plays it into the corner for Golan. Golan up the near side wall, tied up by Lyle, feeds it down low for Yetman. Bumped by Parrott, puck to the far corner, play to the point. Drew Hunter holds in, just hammers it off the wall and in back behind the net. Lyle takes over there as he squirts loose near side, out to Denny Gore out at neutral ice, and the Otters going to reset. Brushed along, tapped into the zone on a juggle play by Golod. It's all up play as a wrist shot by Yetman. Oh, and the goaltender Chenard looked behind him. He had no idea where that puck was. It was lodged in his equipment. And he gets the whistle with 10:04 to go. Some great pressure by the Otters top line there. Yetman and company. Most of that shift spent in the offensive zone. Kyrou pokes this one into the corner. After shift change, he hands out to the point now. Henry to the net. Wide. Brissett has it. Brett Brissett called up today, playing with the Otters. Flicks one in front here. Right past the stick of Kyrou on that rebound. After Chenard makes another stop. Oh, the Otters, it's like they just smell blood right now. Up the far side wall, Brett Brissett will take this one away from Lesage. Brady Lyle follows up here from center red and shouldered by Kyrou as he dumps this one on into the Erie zone. 9.5 to go. Erie looks for Kyrou, lifts it ahead and out around one man. Woolley holds in. Now it trickles loose after a check as Brett Brissett on for Sproul. Bounce down the ice from center red. 5-man swap for the Otters. Here's Burrows towards Erie ice, taken away on the play by Drysdale. He'll march this one back through center and slap it in from center ice. Woolley golfs at this one and whacked back to the Erie zone, and this will go on an icing call. With 8:57 to go, the Erie Otters keeping the foot down. 7-3 lead here in the third period.
Tonight, to be all the people with the blue hats. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. All right, here we go. So we've got Serena, we've got Mike. Here's tonight's puck stack. Mike, that is the stack of pucks you need to make with your pucks. Serena, you need to make a stack with your pucks.
Otters fans, keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners, complete with an easy accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters.
Justin, what's wrong with you? The kid's done. The kid was done in, well, okay, she had a couple less pucks, but still, here it is. Serena, tonight's big winner. Give her a round of applause, but the real winner is
Face off to the left of Nick Chenard. After the Otters chase starting goaltender Matt Guzda. Erie wins this face-off back. Drysdale just holds in. Bouncing puck near side corner. Woolley on the handle to Sedley. At the right wing corner, D-to-D, Woolley once more. Settles the puck down. Snap to the head for Pearson. Cross ice feed. Sedley, into the zone. Now Pearson on the right wing corner. Played behind the net. And the Otters will pick it up on the other side. It's Brendan Selin with a pair of goals tonight. A pair for him, a pair for Yetman, and a pair for Swankler. Max Golod, the only other. Here's Pearson towards Erie ice. Shouldered as the puck is dislodged to the near corner, and Pearson, spinning around, can find it. Gives out to the point. Robertson off of his stick, and the Otters trying to move forward. It's Daniel D'Amato. Waits up, has to hold at the neutral zone as the Otters get onside, and then backhands it in down deep. Short shifts here for the Otters. 8 minutes left. 7-3 lead. And a matchup tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Loose puck here. Swankler chases after it. He'll find it onto the far side corner. Centers in front. Redirect towards the goal, just wide by Noah Sador. Morton, he'll send one towards the net. It's off a stick wide. Bakacek will grab this one from the left half wall. Pass ahead, and now through center ice comes Szymanski into the Erie zone. Finds Robertson, right side. Murphy makes a save and holds on. With 7:32 left in regulation time.
This announcement from Brian Wardell at Remax from buy or sell. Call Brian Wardell. The attack will be at home tomorrow afternoon and a rematch against the Otters.
To the left of Dan Murphy, spiked to the corner by Sador. Morton, he's pressured by Szymanski. Now Gorin to help out. Sador still battling away. Good footwork here by Cameron Morton. Szymanski digs in also. In the trenches here, back behind the Erie net. Knocked loose here for Swankler. Can't clear as Lyle holds in, but a pass to the point off the mark by the attack. And it'll roll back to be played by Nick Chenard. 17-year-old goaltender, 6'4", 189 pounds is Erie. Here's Elias Cohen working behind the net. Forces this steal and works it on for Sador on the far side before he's taken out of the play by Struthers. Counter-attack is on. Owen sounds to Erie ice. Jake Golden freed that one up, but Lyle holds from the point on the keep. Jibrikoff, center point for Lyle. Wheels left, skates down towards the Erie circle. Watched by Swankler, pushed into the corner. Golden with the extra help on the backside, but it's kept out to the point now. Jibrikoff right side. Center point, holding is Szymanski. Kept out to the perimeter, now makes his move to the circles. Leaves it to the corner. Holding is Denny Gore. Now Jibrikoff, his shot off the outside of the cage. Denny Gore back onto it. Gore, 18th in rookie scoring. Wheels across the Erie blue line and keeps it in the zone. Finds Brady Lyle. Works his way down low. Erie, you can tell they're gassed here. They've been out for a good bit as Henry puts Lyle on the ice as a backhand try from Aiden Dudas skips wide. Dudas has it once more. Working with Struthers. After him is Jake Golden. Fouled by Struthers to the point. Jibrikoff on the right side. Wheels to the middle of the ice. Wrist shot. Deflected and stopped by Murphy. And he holds on for the whistle. 5:56 to go. 7-3, the Otters lead. Left side of the Erie zone. Now Daniel Murphy, who has seen 33 shots on goal tonight. Stopped 30 of them. Parrott, right side. Another save. Murphy holds on. They get 31 stops. His career high coming in this building. Where he stopped 49 of 51 back on November the 28th of 2018. And the attack always up there in shots on goal, it seems like. They love to put it on net. Right at their average right now of 36.67. They have 34 with a little under 6 to play. Erie leads 7-3. Erie lifts it up the right wing wall. It'll bounce. Kicked nicely by Stellan. And off goes Yetman through center ice. Chad Yetman looking for his second hat trick of the season. Denied the entry as the attack bounced it back towards center ice. Chopped at by Jack Duff. That'll slow the speed of Dudas. Loose at center ice. Golod follows up. 2-on-3 into the zone with Lockhart. Spins from one man. Trying to feed it to the front. It's off his skate and Yetman will hold in. Hammers it in front. It's steered aside by goaltender Chenard. Struthers from the right wall. Back on for Nolan Seed. Here's Parrott from the right circle. Gazes at the clock. 5 minutes to play. 7-3 Erie. Bounced through center ice. Offside as Burrows could not stay at that line. Whistle sounds with 4:57 to play. And regulation time. It's 3 3-3s left for the Erie Otters, including this one here. This is the middle game. They take on the attack once more. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock on the reset. Well, of course, we'll have that game for you. Same Otter place, same Otter channel. 1:45 pregame show as the Otters send it back the other way. Looking to clear. It's nudged around the near side. Erie keeps it alive on a play by Cairo. Settled by Woolley. Delivers it back behind the net. Sam Sedley now out of the near side corner. Slipped ahead for Burrows. Skipped off his stick, but it settles at center ice. Morton quickly pounces onto that puck. Moves it ahead for Cairo. Chip and chase is on from center. Sedley will be the first man to it as he's hit by Cairo. Skip to the near side corner boards. Sproul on the left wing, down to the corner. Sproul trying to drag in front here. Nice little move, but can't bring it to the front of the cage as it's poke checked away. Sproul back to it, flips it towards the front, cut off by the attack, and Sedley skates it out to center. To the right wing side, dished on for Kerwin. He's got 2 of the 3 tonight for the attack. Up the near side wall from the Erie zone at the circles now. As Yetman buried from behind by Lestage and allows Kerwin to drive in front, but he can't turn it towards the net. Morton will pin him to the boards. Hunter sends this one up ahead to the blue line. Can Cairo get it out? It's turned back in by Robertson. Hit his own man on the keep-in the corner. Getting back up is Roberts, and now a tumble down to the ice. Kerwin and Cameron Morton. Morton doesn't like it. His helmet's dislodged. And they're both going to go to the penalty box with 3:32 left. Yard sale in the far corner of the Erie zone. Morton and Kerwin battling hard the entire way out of that far corner with the hold in and everything. Couple extra shoves as they were both down along the ice. They get back up. Morton's headed towards the Erie locker room. His night will be done early with 3.5 to go. Kerwin, the same. As we're rounding things out here from Owen Sound. The meeting at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Face-off will be in the Erie zone. I think this is just going to be, well, let's see here. And it will just be misconducts, so 5-on-5 will continue. And the face-off is won by the attack. Flip towards the front, looking for Gort, and it's going to be Robertson stepping into one. That one's rammed out of play. I don't think that came back. Oh, they did come back into play. That caught the lights above us. 10-minute misconducts, 2 minutes for roughing for each. As the Otters 1-4 in game 2s of the middle of a 3-3 weekend. But in the driver's seat here to turn this one into their second victory. They have 8 total 3-3s this season. Another one next week. Then they have a Western Division road trip where they'll play Flint, Saginaw, and Sarnia to round out the second to last week of the OHL season. Robertson brought the puck into Erie ice, taken away by D'Amato, and sent back. Nolan Seed will play it. Struthers now from center. Braden Dudas skied this one towards the net, snared by Murphy. As it's a fair catch, he'll hold on with 2:41 left, 3 minutes to go. Face off to the right of Murphy. Erie 2-1-0-2 in the third game and the third day this season. Fought for in the near corner of the Otters zone. Jack Duff has that one pinned along the boards. Now it's spiked loose. Here's Austin Swankler. And ahead for Elias Cohen down the right wing. Steps on the brakes now, trying to feed it on in front. Goes off the goaltender to the near wall. Settled by Adam McMaster. And McMaster wheels on ahead past Cohen. Trying to get the stick away. A penalty coming up here to the Otters. It'll be Swankler. A hooking call with 2:04 left. Here in regulation time. Face off down to Erie ice. And to the right side of Daniel Murphy, who has stopped 31 of 34 tonight. And the power play chance on for the attack. As Erie takes this face off the near side, Curtis Henry holds, waits, ramps this one ahead, and bounced it on down.
To the Erie Otters, Austin Swankler, 2 minutes for hooking. Time to the penalty.
And this will force Owen Sound to reset, regather, and ahead comes McMaster. Finds Denny Gore right side. Can't get moving forward. The Otters will knock this one away. May have a break. Here's Golod with Yetman in front. Golod waits, trying to feed in front. Back door for the hat trick. And Yetman can't get it on goal. Golden just whacks it back on in from center red. And the final 90 seconds of play as Yetman nearly had the HT. Here's Hoffman. Poked away, and Gore brings it into Erie ice. Gore open right side. Pearson denied as a sliding Duff comes through. as Parrott gloves one down. They hold in from the right point. 70 seconds to play in regulation. Gore on the right side. Bump to the point. Slap shot. Parrott. He scores. Parrott, the power play goal. Murphy never saw that one. Curtis Henry stationed right in front of the Erie netminder. And it's a 7-4 game with 1:03 left. Goal comes at 18:57, power play goal. They get one back to the left side. Now trying to add to it in the final minute. They'll dump to the right wing corner. Puck off a stick. Knocked out of midair by Drew Hunter. Poked back in deeper by Makacek. The Otters swinging around the boards. It's intercepted wide open in front. Murphy makes another good one on Lesage with 40 seconds left. Right now, if you're Owen Sound, you're playing for tomorrow. Pick up some momentum, make things interesting, and be ready to go for puck drop at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. 40 seconds remain, 7-4. Your score. Draw to the left of Murphy in the final 40 seconds. They win this face-off here, and it's held by Burrows. Burrows, wrist shot, scooped up by goaltender Murphy. As they keep pouring on some shots here. At the end of this one, 33.9 remains on the clock. Change coming up for the Erie Otters. Selin, Donato, and Hoffman will most likely finish this hockey game. So this will move, barring a miracle in the final half minute. This will draw a tie for the 7 seed in the Midwest Division. As Burrows wins another one back, poked forward by Daniel Donato, gets out to center ice. Loose here at center red, Makacek holds on and drops it on back for Woolley. 23 left in regulation time. Nice dish to Lesage through center, left side. Shrugs off the check, wheels down to the corner, wrist shot through the goal mouth wide. Held at the left point, Woolley. Sedley, open, winds up, slap shot. Nice blocker save made, a rebound high, back up to the point. And the Otters, Brendan Selin will pick this one up. They'll get to center red, 5 seconds left here. On for D'Amato, pushed it in front, and not enough time to make anything happen offensively. The time expires. The Otters, just their second victory in the J.D. MacArthur Arena in the last 3 years. And they'll take this one 7-4 over the Owen Sound Attack and draw into a tie for 4th in the Midwest Division. Jessica Martin Funeral Home postgame show up after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Hockey has returned to the city of Erie. Catch the Erie Otters in every big game, every goal, every hit, and all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters host the North Bay Battalion Saturday, February 29th for the annual Boots and Badges charity game presented by Plyler Entry Systems. Then it's Family Sunday Fun Day on March 1st when the Otters host the London Knights at 2 p.m. Fans can purchase a 4-pack of tickets for $44 and stay for the free postgame skate with the team. Don't miss the NHL Stars of Tomorrow today. Get your tickets at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at ottershockey.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, there's one choice: UPMC Health Plan.
With every vehicle sold and every service completed, experience innovation that excites only at Interstate Nissan. We offer award-winning customer service paired with exceptional offers on your favorite models. Lease a new 2019 Rogue Sport for only $199 a month for 36 months. We make it easy so you have time to enjoy the simple things in life only at Interstate Nissan. Shop interstatenissan.com or in-store just 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peachtree.
VIN number KW626844, lease selling price $23,701.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Congratulations, Chad, and our thanks to the Owen Sound Buckju Senior North Stars, who remind you their home and season opener is May the 2nd. Now fans, the out-of-town scores, courtesy of Belfort Property Restoration. Belfort Property Restoration, restoring more than properties. Final score in Hamilton today, the Bulldogs were beaten by the Oshawa Generals 5-2. Final score in Flint tonight, the Kitchener Rangers.
Welcome back inside the J.D. MacArthur Arena in Owen Sound, where the Erie Otters have pulled this one off on the road. 7-4 your final, and they draw into a tie with the Owen Sound Attack for 4th in the Midwest Division. Just their second victory in Owen Sound over the last 3 seasons. I'm Aaron Cooney. This is the Duskus Martin Funeral Home postgame show. Duskus Martin working tirelessly to give your loved ones dignity. And into our recap we go, as this was all Erie from the drop of the puck. Setting the tone early. There was something the coaching staff preached at breakfast this morning, at lunch at 2:30, and Erie did exactly that. Jack Duff stands up Ethan Burrows, the youngster coming to the zone with his head down, run over by Jack Duff. A fight after that sends Erie to a power play because of the instigator to Stepan Makacek. And the Otters, they ain't messing around here tonight. Max Golod from the left wing circle, power play goal. Erie with the 1-0 lead. Later on in the frame, Otters still working with another power play. A shot from the point by Jake Golden, who had 3 assists here tonight, Jake Golden. And on this play, this point shot, center point area, Golden just hesitates and allows the Otters get some traffic in front. It bounces right to the tape of Brendan Sellen, who puts in his first of the evening. Erie leads 2-0. Owen Sound gets one back from Barrett Kerwin at 16:53. 2-1 hockey game after 20 minutes of play. Start the second period. The Attack on their first power play of the game, and Kerwin's going to find the back of the net for the second time tonight. 2-2 game, but 58 seconds later, it's Chad Yetman, shorthanded. A steal at the blue line, in on goal. He bests Guzda. 3-2 Otters lead. But the Attack are going to tie things up on a 4-on-2 rush into the zone. And it's Brady Lyle, a thorn in the side of the Erie Otters since he's been traded to the Owen Sound Attack a couple seasons ago, as he finds the back of the net for his 19th of the year. Already 3rd in defenseman goals in the OHL. But the Otters again not phased. And it's going to be Austin Swankler with a pair of goals. 1:06 apart late in the frame. 15-17. He steals one at the blue line and snaps one past Matt Guzda. Erie up 4-3. And then another play on a rush on the backside. Swankler's going to be found for the tap-in by Brendan Hoffman. 5-3, Otters lead. 2:48 into the third period. Brendan Sellen, shorthanded, just charges with the intercept at the blue line. Erie forced Owen Sound Attack into turning the puck over a lot tonight. That's because of their hard work and hard effort, hard play. They were on this one doing exactly what the game plan says. Brendan Sellen, second of the night, the shorthanded goal. 6-3 Otters lead. And at 5:14, Yetman, he's going to have his second of the night from Austin Swankler as a 3-point night. 7-3. And the Otters will prevail 7-4 in this one, as they add a power play goal with just 1:03 left. Late in this one, Andrew Parrott lets the shot go. Erie screening their own goaltender with Curtis Henry in front of the netminder. But the Otters will take the 2 points. It draws them into a tie with the Owen Sound attack heading into tomorrow's hockey game. Fourth place now knotted up, each of these teams with 59 points on the year. That brings us to our Duskus Martin Funeral Home postgame show. Rolls along to the Ironworkers local Union number 3's Ironman of the game with tonight's 3 stars. Starting with the third star, Jake Golden. How about this night for him? He was solid all throughout the evening. 3 assists for Jake Golden. This is a couple of 3-point nights all around. Second star, Austin Swankler. 2 goals, 3 points, and the number 1 star, Chad Yetman, rounds out the Iron Workers local Union number 3's Ironman of the game as the Otters down the Owen Sound attack 7-4 and set this thing up for, well, who's going to move into 4th place in the Midwest Division. We'll find out tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Otters in attack for the 6th and final time this season, rounding things out on the season series, and the Erie Otters will see the attack at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. That'll do things for us. Wrap up the broadcast. Want to thank Brian McKay back in studio as the Erie Otters, a huge victory here. Just their second win in Owen Sound in the last 3 seasons. 7-4, they down the attack. And expect some of the best from Owen Sound tomorrow afternoon as the Otters round out this 3-3 coming up at 2 o'clock on Sunday. You've been listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie.